Well, welcome you guys all today. I'm a life coach today. I understand that you guys may have seen me before, or as I motivate people and make sure everybody becomes something greater every single day. I believe in something greatness every single day and something that is greatness. Do you believe in greatness today? I believe in what greatness is every single day. I call it Jesus Christ. You understand? Or else every single day, understand that every single day I show up in front of people and start public. Or else every single day I stand up in front of people and I start public speaking. I understand why it's so important to communicate in front of the crowd, because I understand it boosts confidence and I understand it helps you to procreate something greater, and so that you can find greatness in you to understand to step up in front of the crowd and to public speak. You have to understand that you are not your ego. You have to understand that you have an ego today as well. Although guess what? You have to overcome the ego all the time. I'm always overcoming the ego because I understand that when I do it in front of people, I understand to make sure that my attitude is always different. So I'm not the ego. I'm more like Jesus Christ every single day, because Jesus does not have an ego. And why is that? Because Jesus is always overcoming the ego. You understand? Because the ego is very ignorant and doesn't want to learn anything. You understand? So anybody that you meet in life that doesn't want to learn doesn't have Jesus Christ in their life. You understand? So every single day I'm always showing up. I'm always showing up to learn and to breathe more and to live life to the fullest every single day. Because I understand that when someone says, shut up, mate, I realize I'm here to lift people. I'm not here to say for anybody to shut up, but I realize every single day I do my best all the time. I understand that every single day, I understand you must never tell other people to shut up. You understand? Otherwise you have to understand to go and mind your own business. You have to understand every single day, it's not about telling people to shut up, or else it's telling people to speak up more. You have to understand it's about speaking up and not shutting up. You understand? So realize if you have something to say that's going to lift people, you get on the microphone and do it every single day. Or else that's what's worth it. Or else it's worth to lift people up every single day. Although realize that if somebody doesn't like you, you don't need them to like you. You understand? You just need to like yourself. You need to love yourself, and you understand why you don't need other people in the first place. You don't need other people to love you. You don't need anybody else but you. You have to understand that when you go your direction, you understand what freedom is. Although understand you have to learn, you have to grow. You have to understand that you have to build skills, and you have to understand to live 100 years of age. Do you understand? Although to do that, you have to learn some veganism, you have to learn some nutrition, because I never need you to die at 60 years of age like Diego Maradona. You understand? But although I understand I need you to have a great legacy like Diego Maradona and much better. You understand? So realize I've got nothing against Diego Maradona. I realize that the guy passed away recently, so rest in peace. I realize every single day I make sure that nobody around me dies from a heart attack. You get it? Because I understand that is not the way to live life. Or else the way to live life is to make sure you live over 100 and not die at 60. You understand? I need to live life much greater. You understand? I need you to understand to go and live much more and more and more, because that's what Jesus Christ needs of you, or else that's what I need of you, or else that's what your parents need of you. I promise you that's what everybody needs you to do. You understand? I need you to live longer. You understand? Because everybody is equal here. You have to understand everybody's equal in life. Or else that I love my biological parents just as much as I love you. You understand? I'll teach them the same aspect of life. You understand? So realize that the aspect of life is really living it much better, and understanding that you're much better than what you're doing today. Otherwise it's much more that you understand that it's about communication skills today. So to communicate every single day, you have to be in front of a crowd doing it, and it's the only best way to get some interest. And what kind of interest? I mean financial interest, I mean spiritual interest, I mean confidence. You understand? You stand up in front of a crowd and you public speak, and you grab some confidence and you grab some eyes and you grab some love from people. You understand? Because that's what I'm giving today. I'm only giving love. You understand? And what kind of love? I realize it's called information products. I'm an information type of guru. I'm always giving you information because I give it based on my life. I go and help people based on my life. You understand? So I have 28 years of experience. So realize I'll be here for the next 72 years and more, because I plan to live until 100 and more. You understand? So you have me as a mentor all your life. You have to understand that either way, you must live past 100. You must understand to start planning right now how you're going to do that. I need you to understand I teach many aspects of life in my YouTube channel. You understand? Because you can also find me on my Instagram, and I also do fashion modeling, and come and check it out every single day on my Instagram and what I'm doing. You understand how to also live life like that. You understand? I promise you it's called self-love. I promise you it's called model yourself every single day, and make sure you're taking more photos of yourself and doing more videos of yourself and doing more writing materials of yourself. You understand? I mean, every single day I'm always journaling my life. I'm making sure to talk about myself all day long, because nobody else wants to hear about me. You understand? Because I do. I want to hear about I all the time. So I talk with myself all day long, because I don't need you to talk with me. I just talk to everybody. You understand? I just talk to everybody. You just show up in my life, and that's that. You understand? I never need to show up in your life, though. You have to understand, every single day, I'm just showing up for my business here, and that's that. You're just very fortunate to find me here. You have to understand, either way, understand I've got something to give you every single day. I'm always doing a YouTube program every single day. You can find my YouTube channel as well. You understand? Because I make nice, beautiful public speaking seminars on the street, just like Tony Robbins, and just like John C. Maxwell, and just like Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar. I'm one of those motivational speakers that you need in your life. You understand? You need a motivation in your life. You need a motivation in your life. I hope that it's Jesus Christ more than mine. Otherwise, I need you to understand that it's more Jesus Christ today than I, although realize that I is very important. You have to understand, you have to follow Jesus Christ because he's going to motivate you every single day. But if you're not motivated for Jesus Christ today, I promise you that's why you're not motivated about life. You understand? Or else either way, I'll motivate you to understand how I can do that. I understand it's more about making sure that we have empathy and making sure that we have nice, beautiful leadership skills every single day. So I'll always teach that with you. You understand? I'm never against you. I'm never violent. Although I understand that those people who are violent are going to prison right now. Because guess what? I promise you violence is not the solution. Do you agree? I promise you every single day, I understand leadership is the way to go. So when you're turning to leadership, you have to turn to Jesus Christ every single day. So that's what I give you every single day. I give you Jesus Christ. I give you the information of the Bible. I also give you the life experience of my life and how I go about my life. So that's why I'm a life coach, because I have a life. You understand? I have a life, so I'm a life coach. You understand? So I teach my life. I teach my aspects of living and how I live life. So I just give you free information all the time. So now I have over 600 hours of video information you can come and check out on my YouTube channel every single day, and it's going to help you. You understand? So anytime you want to become a public speaker or something greater, you understand? I'll teach you how to get there. I'll teach you any aspect of life because that's what I'm doing every single day. I'm always teaching myself everything because I deserve it. I deserve to understand much more. I deserve to have freedom. I deserve to have more clarity in my life. Understand how I actually lead myself in communication every single day, and it's called the I factor. You have to understand every single day I have the I factor. I have the I factor, which is I have a dream. I love you. You understand? Because that's how I speak communication skills. I realize I make sure to never hate people. I make sure to love people equally. You understand? Because your daughter is just as important as my biological dad. You get me? Because I love everything equally. You understand? So realize either way, understand God loves us equally. You understand? So realize that I realize God sent his only son, Jesus, to help us. And guess what? God loves Jesus just like he loves you. You understand? I realize equally. You understand? I realize God doesn't love Jesus more than you. I realize God loves Jesus equally as he does you. You understand? So each and every single day, I understand that's why I live life. I live life for Jesus Christ every single day because I rather live it for Jesus Christ than anybody else. You understand? Because I understand Jesus actually teaches me something. Although I understand that I have to follow Jesus to learn from Jesus, you have to follow me to learn from me. You have to follow somebody to learn from somebody. You get it? So every single day you got me for the next 72 years, every single day. Understand I'll give you all the information you ever need in life. Although understand you have to do it. You have to do information. So to do information is to get more confident. Although the best way to get more confident is in front of people in public speaking. Promise you, it's very much more leader-like to do so every single day, to build up a talent and to really, really never procrastinate and never jet lag your life, but make sure that you always have more enough. You have to understand that more enough means more enough knowledge to understand what happiness is. Firstly, it's called knowledge. I promise you every single day, those who have knowledge and more of it are the ones who are more prosperous and abundant. Do you agree? I promise you that you have to understand that every single day that an idea is you. And the Bible is one idea. You understand? Because guess what? Ideas are unlimited. So the more you're giving in terms of ideas, the more you will succeed. I promise you, it's that simple. Every single day I go in my communication skills and I learn how to communicate. And how do I really do that? I'll go and pick out something that I talked about in this video already. In a sense, so then I just keep on elaborating. I keep on elaborating on that subject, and I do it in a different manner all the time. I never talk the same way. You always find something different from me. In a sense, because I'm always different. I'm always changing. I'm always adapting quickly. I'm always one way here in a way of growth. You understand? I'm always going the growth way. So the growth way is the unique way. And it's the new way and somewhere you've never been before. So that's what you need to do every single day. You have to understand that when you step up and do some public speaking on the street, you have to talk for 6 hours sometimes. And you have to do it differently. You cannot be doing anything the same way anymore. You cannot do what you did yesterday. You must do something different today to be growing. You understand? Because people who are old always do it the same way, or else they're always the same way, or else they're always the 1920s way. You say, I never need you to be 1920s, I need you to be 2020. I need you to go every single year doing something new that you've never done before, because that's how you grow. Or else when I speak and do public speaking, I do it differently. I communicate differently. I make sure I always have a different crowd around me. You understand? I never speak to the same people. You understand? Although I always understand that I always have to grow either way. So even when I speak to the same people, I'm growing anyway, regardless of them. You understand? I don't need you to grow because I have Jesus Christ. Although I understand that I make sure that every single day you have more of Jesus Christ in your life. So any type of day that you need some motivation, you can find me on YouTube every single day for the next 72 years. Because I'll teach you more than these people who are walking around you today. You understand? I'll teach you more over the next 72 years, I promise you. Although I understand every single day, I understand how to communicate. And that's key to why you must live life. You must live life in more communication, because more communication means more life. And you're going to live up to the years of your life because, why? Because of how much you communicated. Or else it's because of how much you communicated, in terms of how much you're communicating now, that's going to make a difference in your life. So you have to do it more and more to understand more and more. You have to understand more communication skills to be more and to give more and to love more and to receive more. You have to understand that it's blessed to receive, but never take from people. You understand? Don't go to people and ask them, do you have a cigarette? Don't ask them for drugs. Don't ask them for something that's going to kill you. You understand? I realize you have to ask people information products. How did you succeed? And what are you doing today to help your life? And how is Jesus Christ helping your life? Ask some questions that is going to help your life. You understand? And not questions that is going to destroy you. Whereas now, you don't ask people, what brothel did you go today? That's stupid. Don't go to the brothel. You understand? Don't ask for the brothel. Go and ask something greater. You understand? Go and ask for business and ask for entrepreneurship and leadership and empathy and how to really develop yourself every single day. Because that's what I do every single day. I ask for something greater. I ask for something like, how did you understand to live your life up to this point? And what were the nice, beautiful scenarios of your life that changed your turn, or that changed your life in a way that you turned it around for the better? You understand? I ask those kind of questions so that I can get some people's experiences on how I can actually live my life greater. You understand? So that's why I ask greater questions. John C. Maxwell has a nice, beautiful book called Great Leaders Ask Great Questions. You understand? So you can go and read that book. I realize that it's a nice, beautiful book that's going to also help you. I realize books help you, so I'm a self-help guru. I always help myself. You understand? I'm my own guru, but I'm not your guru because you're your own guru. You understand? I realize Tony Robbins has a nice, beautiful documentary that says, I'm not your guru. You can go and watch it on Netflix today. You understand? Because guess what? You have to understand that you are your only teacher in life. You're going to teach yourself the most in life. Or else that Jesus is going to teach you far more than anybody else when you turn to Jesus. You understand? So every day you're turning to somebody for help. So make sure you turn to me for help. You understand? Because I'll motivate you more than anybody else today. You understand? I promise you. I promise you have me for the next 72 years on YouTube and on Instagram. So realize no matter what, I'm really preparing for the next 72 years. To really public speak for the next 72 years, I can do that. Every single day on the street, I can do 1 hour and 2 hours and 3 hours and 4 hours. I can really communicate. So realize my career is just starting. For the next 72 years, you'll find me really quickly. Whereas either way, understand that I'm always developing myself. I'm always making sure that you understand who I am. I understand I live in integrity. You understand what that is? Whereas it's called an idea. Whereas I say that one idea, I live it. You understand? I say that one idea again, I live it. I say another one idea. You understand? Because there's only one idea in the planet. Whereas the world is made from one idea. Whereas there's not any other number than one in life. Although realize there's no 7 days a week. Whereas it's just 1 day a week. You understand? Whereas you're just living 1 day a week. You're just living 1 hour at a time. You're living 1 day at a time. Whereas you're not living 7 days at a time. You're not living 5 months at a time. You understand? You're living 1 day at a time. You're living 1 second at a time. You're living 1 minute at a time. You're living 1 month at a time. Whereas you're living 1 year at a time. You're living 1 decade at a time. You're living 100 years at a time. Well, then guess what? What's the important number here? Whereas it's number one. Whereas number one must be you. You must be putting yourself first. You have to understand, I'm number one in my life. I follow the one way. I have a nice, beautiful 1 hour rule that says that if I see the area of some space, or like, say, Spain, and I go and see Spain, for example, you understand that there comes a certain time where I use my 1 hour rule, and it means 23 hours of the day I stay indoors, and 1 hour of the day I just go into the shopping center or the clothing store to get myself some clothes. And I stay 23 hours inside accommodation just working on myself. Understand? And just 1 hour just to walk around. Although I'm always inside. I'm always spiritual. I'm always making sure I'm always growing. And how do I do that? Otherwise, my journal helps me so much. And it's really just I have to communicate in my journal with myself all day long about how to achieve this day much better. I mean, right after this, for example, I may go into my beautiful accommodation, and either way, I make sure to go into my journal and write about how the crowd was, and what did the crowd say, and what could I have done better. I always reflect on myself, and I ask myself some questions. How can I dress better? I realize, how can I feel better? How can I have a better mindset? How can I make sure to expand myself much greater and do a better job for myself so I can do something greater every single day? Because that's what it's about every single day. I realize it's about doing a greater job. You have to understand that my work today is not this work today is not really my work, although it's something I love to do. I realize I don't even consider this work anymore. I realize it's so much more of my passion. I just love to do it. I realize it's not my work, although it's Jesus Christ's work today. And I understand that Jesus Christ just loves what he does. I realize Jesus Christ loves what he does every single day. So Jesus Christ and God doesn't even consider this world a work. You understand? Although it can be also. I promise you that God says that this world is good, and that's that. I realize that's all it is. I realize it's not even a work of this world. Although guess what? It's something amazing. You understand? I realize it's something even better than work. You understand? Either way, you have to work at something. You have to work on yourself. I have to grow myself either way. I have to accumulate some skills. And how will I do that? I get some more information. I'll get some more information today. I've got plenty of information on how you can actually become a leader today. You understand? I promise you. If you're not inspired by me, I realize that nobody else will inspire you. You understand? So either way, understand I'm very inspirational today because I can stand up in front of a crowd over the next 72 years every single day. I can do it every single day. You understand? I promise you need to understand that's inspiring every single day. I promise you, either way, I communicate differently. I'm always more different than yesterday. I'm always making sure that what I say out of my mouth is something different each and every single time so that I can connect my words together in a different way, because that's how I grow. I grow in a different way all the time. I'm always growing differently. I always make sure I suss out the crowd around me and I see the results of my life, because that's why I'm promoting myself today. Although every single day I get some results on Instagram, I get some nice beautiful YouTube results as well, and every single day I see it's coming together. You understand? I realize it's actually working. Or as it actually works to actually come and public speak on the street and promote your Instagram and YouTube, and you'll find that you're grabbing more subscribers and more followers by the day. Understand? So either way, you must keep showing up. You must keep showing up for success every single day. You must understand what you eat. You must understand to really, really develop yourself and your mindset about everything, and make sure that you understand Brian Tracy's rule, which is stay interested 1% of the time in everything you do. You understand? Promise you stay 1% interested in every single topic of the Bible and every single topic of life. Just be 1% interested about everything. And be interested about every single topic 1% of the time. How much is 1%? That's unlimited. You get it? Although understand to be 1% interested about everything, and you'll actually increase your life and your productivity, and you'll also make sure to work better, and you'll feel better, and you'll understand how you're looking better too. You understand? Because that's life. Whereas life is looking better and feeling better and doing better. Whereas there's nothing else greater than that. Whereas although I understand each and every single time I get up on the street and I public speak, I understand I'm doing greater than before. I understand I'm doing a service here. And what kind of service? I realize it's a growth service. I realize it's Jesus Christ service. I realize it's something that's growing. I realize I'm growing. I'm like a rose. You understand? I'm just better than a rose. I'm just something that's always prospering. You understand? So if you want to prosper, you follow me. You understand? I realize it's that simple. Whereas either way, you don't have to follow me, you can follow somebody else. Whereas I don't need you to follow me, although just understand if you ever need to follow me, I can give you so much information to help you. In a sense, so either way, you go and find somebody inspirational today, and you understand why I'm an inspiration every single day. I promise you every single day I'm an inspiration because I understand that's why I grow. I understand that's why I build skills and courage in front of people. I understand that's why you have to do the same thing every single day. You have to public speak too eventually. You understand? So no matter what, it's just the next level. You understand? I promise you, public speaking is the next level. And then what you do is you go around the world public speaking. I promise you that's so much even more interesting when you're doing it for free. I promise you, the entrepreneurs call you around the world to go to their nice, beautiful, big events, and then you go and public speak for a crowd, and you don't do it for the crowd, you just do it for God. You do it for something greater than you. You understand? And that way you understand why God created you and how you actually live in life, because your life is the sum up of all the information you've ever read. You understand? So the more information you read, or as the more actual you are. You understand? The more better you are, the better you have more information. So you have to push yourself to grow. You have to understand that John C. Maxwell says that growth is intentional, and that growth doesn't just happen. You understand? Because I see a 62-year-old man who is actually very obese, whereas that man is suffering. You understand? Because he's obese. Whereas no woman wants to go to him. You understand? Because why? Or else he's so obese. You understand? Or else he can hardly move. So guess what? I realize no woman will go there. You understand? So realize no matter what, that you look better, please. And understand your nutrition. I lost 47 kilos being a vegan. You understand? I'm still vegan 2 years later. So realize that's how I lost my weight. Although you have to dedicate yourself to that. You understand? I can push you, although you have to understand you have to walk your steps. I can understand that no matter what, I always have a free service line inside my Instagram. I have a free suicide helpline as well. So send people to me and let me help them, please. You understand? So either way, I always make sure to help the crowd around me. You understand? Because that's all you have to do. You just have to provide a service. So I'm providing a service today of motivation and growth. I mean, what are you providing today? I provide growth. I provide some skills on how you can live life. Understand? I realize that's what I do. I'm a life coach. I make sure everybody else around me has more than enough skills to live a life. And I understand that's why I'm so beautiful. I understand I'm not evil. I'm more in Jesus Christ today than ever before. I understand before I did turn away from Jesus Christ because the crowd around me taught me so. Understand? So realize that it's not their fault, or realize it's nobody's fault, or realize it's just the type of crowd I went into. And understand now I found myself much greater in I. I found my heart. I found myself in my I. Or else my I have a dream. Understand? That's why I talk so much, because I have a dream, although my dream doesn't fulfill itself unless I write it down. So what I do, I realize I make sure to write it down in my journal. You understand? Because Jesus Christ wrote it down in his journal. You understand? Because what is Jesus Christ's journal today? Or else it's called the Bible. Because without the Bible, or else we're never going to be saved. You understand? Because the Bible saves us. And how does it save us? Because it's full of information. And how can you go against information? Because information is God. You cannot go against information. So read more, or else you have to read more. And if you don't read more information, you die. I mean, it's that simple. Or else that's what I provide. I provide 600 hours of video content and information. So I'm always growing that every single day. I'm growing more information in my heart. And so the more I give information, or else the more blessed I am. And the more I succeed every single day. Because you cannot go against information. Do you get it? Because if you stop learning, you die. So never die, and start growing more and learn more information today, and you understand that information is God and the Bible is God. And how is the Bible the God? Because the God of the Bible is the information. You get it? Promise you, it's the wisdom. So never go against the wisdom of life. Understand? Promise you, that's what created you. Promise you, that information is unlimited, and you cannot go against what's unlimited in the Bible. Or else it's called the Bible of information. You understand? I promise you, that's the Bible of life. I promise you, everything is information. Promise you, that Microsoft is information. I see words on it. I see that's a floor. I see the wind. I see the air. I realize everything is information, although you cannot go against the information. Understand? Because you have to grow. You have to be interested in what else, or you have to be interested in what everything is to actually understand how to grow. So that's how you actually fuel your passion. You actually understand to grow yourself and understand to build some skills, or you have to be interested. You have to be open-minded. You have to be curious about life. You have to understand to teach somebody something every single day, because that's how you actually live life. You live life to the fullest by promoting your name every single day, and that way you're going to be more courageous every single day to understand what freedom is, and it's called information. So go there. I provide that more and more every single day. I do it more and more every single day in front of people. You understand? I'm an information provider, which is a employment provider for information. And so when I do it for information, I do it for something greater. I do it for the Bible too. When it's for information, you have to understand that information is something that you need. I realize if you need some skills, you need some experience. I realize that experience is information. So the more information you have about something, the better quality of a worker you are. I mean, the more the more you have some master's degree in you, you have to understand though, the master's degree gets you into a 9-to-5 job only. You understand? Although a master's degree, you have to understand that it's full of information, although guess what? You have to make your part-time business away from 9 to 5 to get away from 9 to 5. So that's what I'm doing today. I realize this is my side hustle. You get it? I realize this is something different, and it's not the 9 to 5 work. You understand? Because 9 to 5 work only ever leads to 9 to 5 work. You get it? And anything that's after 9 to 5 is what you're actually doing, and it's actually your business for life, and it's called your career. And just make sure you never make the 9 to 5 your career, because I never need you to work a 9 to 5 job. I need you to work 24/7. You understand? I need you to work something that's 24/7 that you really love to do, because it's much better to work 24/7 about what you love to do than to do 9 to 5 about what you hate. You understand? I promise you there's a big difference. So every single day I'm doing what I love to do every single day because I choose to. I choose to actually grow myself. I choose to make sure I'm free from a 9 to 5. I choose that. You understand? So how do I do that? I make sure I grow myself. I make sure I look for information. I make sure that I find a way that I can do it. You understand? I make sure every single day that everybody is provided for with information, because every single day I'm always different. I'm always changing my tactics. I'm always different. I'm always developing and giving more I'm giving more of a generous attitude, because what's an attitude today? Otherwise, it's called more information. Unless it's called making sure that we're developing. So to develop, you need to read more information, because that's what the Bible is. You understand? So you can go to the information products anywhere in life, whereas that will lead you straight to the Bible. You understand? So realize, either way, you have to be interested in everything. You have to be interested in the Buddha. You have to be interested in everything. You understand? So realize, either way, you have to understand that you have to grow. So to grow is more information. You have to understand you have to dig in to the information to understand why it's so important to do so. Because when you dig into information, you're going to look better, you're going to feel better, you're going to live longer, you're going to have more passion, you're going to have more God in your life. Because God is information, so have more information and you have more God. You understand? You have more Jesus Christ in your life when you have more information in your life. You understand? So realize, either way, that's how spiritual I am. I'm a spiritual coach every single day. I'm making sure I have more information about what I'm doing every single day. You understand? I'm always learning about my life and how I succeed every single day. I'm always reflecting upon my day. I'm always writing more about my day, and I'm teaching the crowd around me in my journal, and also in my audio programs, and also in my video programs. You understand? Because each and every single day, you have to tune into a podcast, you have to tune into some information. Because if you're not tuning into some information today, or else that's why you're dying. So never die, and tune into something that's really going to help you. It's like a motivational speaker or somebody who's inspirational, who can give you some information, products about business and life. Or else you got Tony Robbins, you got me, you got Eckhart Tolle, you got Osho, you got Dr. Wayne Dyer and Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn, you got John C. Maxwell, you got Vishen Lakhiani, you got all these massive gurus who are going to teach you something about life. You understand? So realize every single day to go and do that. You understand? Because that's how you grow. You grow through more information products every single day, and you make sure that nothing offends you. You make sure nothing is really criticizing you, because that way you understand to let that happen, but just make sure you're not criticizing yourself in a way that you're dying. You understand? I judge myself all the time about what my day is like. Although guess what? I judge myself better. I judge myself in a way that I love myself, and not in a way that I call myself a nobody or something like that. Because I'm not a nobody, I'm a somebody every single day. Or else every single day I'm doing something for nothing. I always make a little video like this. I post it on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube for the next 72 years. I'll be your mentor. Understand? So either way, you have to understand that whoever is your mentor is going to guide you through information. You understand? So that's what I provide every single day. Provide some gifts of courage and confidence, and how to really do that, and how to develop yourself in freedom, and how to really travel the world, and how to be somebody, and how to be great, and how to realize how to take care of a kid, and how to take care of your family, and how to really have more time management skills, and how to find more time, and also how to be more financially independent, and how to be independent and leave your parents. You understand? So I realize I don't live with my biological parents anymore, because I understand I'm much more grown up now. So realize this, I realize every single day I'm always finding more to say. I'm always looking for more to say. I always have more to say because I have a bigger heart. You understand? And now, do I have a bigger heart than you? Or else I've given 600 hours of video content, so how much have you given? Or else I've given 600 hours of video content. So if you've given 1 hour video content, or else of course I have a bigger heart than you then. You understand? So realize, either way, you have to outdo me. You have to do more than 600 hours of video content to get to me. You understand? So either way, I'm always doing more videos and more audios and more journaling. I'm always providing quotes online. I have a nice, beautiful Instagram as well. You can go check it out. I'm a fashion model as well. Because why am I a fashion model? I love myself so much. I love to take photos of myself, because that's what confidence is. Because confidence is look at yourself and take photos of yourself only. You understand? I mean, just do yourself. I mean, don't do other people. And that's what I stand for on my Instagram. So go and check it out, and you see 12,000 photos easily. You understand? So either way, I understand that's why I'm a fashion model, because I love myself so much. I understand that either way, that what you are is you are the ideas of the sum of the ability that you want to be. So realize each and every single day, you must want to be more. You understand? So if you want to be more today, that means that you will live more. Or that means you actually encourage people to live more, and it means you'll become a public speaker somewhere. You may give a TED talk somewhere in Sydney, you may give it in Australia, you may give it somewhere else in Spain, I don't know. But guess what? I know I am more successful than yesterday, because I have more to give. I have every single day. I understand one day at a time is more than enough. Or else that I'm not looking forward to anything else other than today. You understand? I just look forward to this moment. I'm only today. I'm only loving this moment right now, because I'm not thinking about what's happening next week. I'm not thinking about tomorrow. I'm not thinking about 2 hours ahead of me. I'm not thinking 1 hour ahead. I'm thinking right now, because right now is everything. I realize when I think now, I think for the next 100 years in the moments. Understand? So realize the moment is right now. So understand that if you're thinking, you have to do it now. You understand? Because there's no thinking involved to be a public speaker. You have to understand, it's just do it. You understand? I realize that if you're confident enough to do it, you have to do it. You have to understand that you're just going to find out if you're confident enough to be a public speaker or not. And if you're not confident enough to be a public speaker, I realize it's because of your information product. You understand? So realize you have to boost your information product to be a public speaker. I've got something to say all the time, so that's why I can't public speak. And so I can always public speak when I've got something to give. So if you have nothing to give, or else that's why you need to find something to give, and you have to find that, and it's called information. You have to go be passionate about something, and then go public speaker. You understand? Or else that is what passion is, or else it's called information product. So the more information you have, the more you're going to be interested in something. And then when you're interested, or else when you're interested in something, you're going to public speak more and more. You understand? So realize that's how you do it. Or you have to stay interested. You have to be more curious. You have to understand to stay open-minded every single day and to understand that's the way. Gosh, the way is information. So go and follow that path and just go that way and start developing and start writing materials and start drawing and start singing and start doing something you've never done, because that's information. You understand? So go grab that experience every single day. Or is that no matter what, I've been here for 5 days, I spoke on the street for 12 hours. You understand? So either way, I have over 80 hours of experiences. I've over 80 hours of experience with public speaking in front of a crowd. So realize no matter what, that's growing every single day. You understand? Because I'm always learning more information. I'm learning more images around me. Because what are images? I realize it's called imagination. You understand? So I go on Netflix sometimes and I go and I watch videos. Although I never watch it start to finish, I watch the images start to finish, because I get the nice beautiful thumbnails of the videos and I just watch the thumbnails of the videos, because that's all I need. Because it's just in imagination. I just go and look at what happened in the movie in terms of information, in terms of the imagination. I don't care about that audio. I care about Jesus Christ audio only, which is the Bible. Whereas that teaches me so much. Although I go and reflect my day upon what I do every single day, I change up my actions, I change up my adaptability, and I always reflect on how can I move forward from here. Because every single day you have to plan your day. You have to plan your day every single day. So if you don't have a journal today, or else that's why you have to have a journal, so you can plan every single day your move and steps forward, because that's how you're going to succeed every single day. You're going to succeed through planning more information. You have to write more information down to plan. You have to plan your life ahead. And I'm an organizational planner, so either way, you can learn how to plan from me on my Instagram. So all you have to do is sign up to Mega Drive, and it's for free, although you get my journals every single day. And I have 3 years of journaling I've actually done in terms of my life. And one PDF file has 100 pages. So go read it. Whereas each and every single day I'll read and do more than 100 pages of work. You have to understand either way that every single day is a new chapter of my life. And every single day I'm completing something more. You have to understand it's really, I'm giving you more information products. So either way, I'm cruising throughout life really easily. Whereas life is really easy to live when you're giving more information, I promise you. So either way, I'm always accumulating this nice beautiful scenery over here. I've got a scenery behind me too. So every single time I'm always looking at something new. Although guess what, I realize there's always a new imagination going around. Or there's always a new public figure. Or there's always a new face that I've never recognized before. Although guess what, I realize each and every single time I look at the crowd and look at their eyes, I'm picking up images, and those images is what builds my confidence as well. So it's through my communication I also pick up the images. Although I realize you have to be in the moment to be a public speaker. You have to understand you have to do it now. And although the public speaking is just one step away from where you need to be. You understand? So either way, success and positivity is always one step. You understand? I realize making a better decision is one step. You understand? I mean, having $1 billion is one step. I mean, everything is one step today. I mean, living 100 years of age is one step. You understand? Whereas the Bible is one step. Whereas your girlfriend or boyfriend is one step. Although guess what? Whereas if you're going to your girlfriend or boyfriend, you have to lift them only. I mean, if you're not lifting people, then you have to be in silence. You understand? You have to shh. You understand? Because otherwise, what is coming out of your mouth is something no good. You have to understand that if something no good is happening in your life, it means you need some more information today and you need to start learning quickly. You have to start learning quickly, otherwise you're going to be dying. And that's why at 25, I wrote my first book, which is Ultimate Road to Success. And I wrote 8 chapters in that book. And I gave someone $500 to read it for me as an audiobook as well. You can find it inside my Instagram. Although understand this, that's the day I started teaching. I started teaching at 25. Whereas it's been 3 years later. Although guess what? I realized that many aspects of life have changed since then. You understand? Either way, I'm still keeping my word. I'm still making sure I grow. I'm still making sure that I'm always much more prosperous every single day. I'm always exposing myself in the light. I have nothing to hide anymore because I write everything down in my journal. I write all my secrets down in my journal. I say I love this woman because of this and this. I have a crush on this woman because of this and this, and I write in my journal. I love to talk about myself. So if you want to hear my story, you just have to read my journals every single day. So either way, my journal is my YouTube channel too. I realize my journal is my Bible, which is the Jesus Christ Bible. I realize that's my journal too, because that's where I go to for help. You understand? Because that's made for I realize that's made so I can grow. So what do? I go to the Bible and I feast on it. I make sure I go have all the dinner and food I ever need, because it's in the wisdom of the information of the Bible that really helps me. Whereas it's what Jesus done, and how did he do it, and what did he say, and why did he say it, and what were his reasons for doing that. And he teaches me about life like that. So every single day I go to those people who teach me about life and business. I go to entrepreneurs who actually have books. Otherwise, you have to understand that you don't have to write a book today, you have to write a journal. And you have to write a PDF a day of your journal, which is your life. And then realize that slowly you'll improve your communication skills through that journal. You write more and more. I mean, write 500 words a day, and then you realize why you can write 1,000 words a day. And then you realize why you can write 1,500 words a day. And then you realize why you can write 10,000 words a day. And then you realize why you can do 10,000 words on a video instead of just journaling. And so instead of writing, I mean, you can do 10,000 words in an actual video. And then you can actually do some journaling and some video together. And then you can go and be a fashion model on top of that. And then you can understand to go and build your muscle and be a fashion model and do 10,000 hours of videos and also everything included. You have to understand either way. You have to understand you have to go and always develop yourself, and you have to understand that life happens now. So tackle your life in one. You understand? Or is that no matter what you are planning today, or else your plan must be to go away from a 9-to-5 job. Or else the 9-to-5 job is not going to help you as much as your side hustle will. So what's your side hustle? Well, it's called read more information. You have to understand, when you read more information, you will fall into God. You understand? I promise you that God catches you, and God catches the people who love more to grow. You understand? So either way, that you have to understand that Jesus always grew. And why did Jesus grow? Because Jesus just public speaks on the street. Whereas that either way, you have to understand that Jesus is always teaching something, because Jesus understands that you are the sum of how much you've given. You understand? So if you give more and more, you'll become more and more, and it's that simple. But if you don't give, you'll never ever be anybody. You understand? So either way, you have to give. You understand? You have to give, because you're still giving today, because you're still walking somehow. You understand? So you have to give more. You have to give more. You have to give more. You have to give more of your heart every single day. So either way, when you're giving more and more and more, you will be blessed and have more of God, and you have more of Jesus, and you have more of a life. You understand? Whereas every single day, I'm always giving something for nothing. I'm just doing this for something in my life. I'm not doing it for nothing. I realize that many people are doing nothing for something. I realize they're doing nothing. I realize I do it for something. I do something for nothing, because something is first. You understand? I don't put nothing first, I put something first. So what is that something? I realize that something is a gift. I realize that something is some public speaking today to make sure I develop myself, so you can see how I present myself, and go and present yourself much better. I mean, what's a better idea than this? I realize maybe a stage. I mean, let's have a stage here, and then I public speak on the stage. Whereas maybe I invite some public speakers, and I have different public speakers who are really famous, and let's do it right here. Whereas that's the next step. Well, guess what? Whereas what's the next step from this? Whereas let's go around the world as well. And so either way, I'm already traveling around the world. I already achieved that. I realize I'm achieving more and more throughout time, all the time. I say hello. I realize either way, I understand that I'm always making sure I'm more of a man. And so to be more of a man, I realize to be more of a man, I have to understand to public speak. I have to understand how to give more. I have to understand what that is every single day. I realize it's called more information products. I realize it's called being happier. I realize it's called a smiley face. Although you have to understand that a smiley face only happens when you're giving more of your heart. So what are you really giving? You're giving more information products every single day. You're giving something different, and you're not working for any other company except for information. You're working for information. You're a life coach. You're a knowledge broker. You understand? I'm a knowledge broker. I'm somebody who loves to give information about all of life. You understand? I update you about what's going on around the world. I am a journal as well. I am a trends journal in some kind of way, where I understand that I'm always lifting people around me. In a sense, so if you ever need to be lifted by me, well, that's why I understand to give my life to the fullest, because I understand what's important. I understand it's called love. I understand it's called growth. I understand it's called freedom and courage to really understand a beautiful life. That's why I understand to live my life to the fullest, because I understand that either way, I understand that I just make sure I grow. I grow my potential. I grow my understanding of my life every single day. I understand that's why I'm always much more famous. I understand that's why I'm much more courageous. I understand that's why I have more confidence every single day. That's why I understand to really grow myself all the time. I understand that's why I always have more ability than ever before, because I understand that either way, that nothing gets to me. I realize that what gets to me is something that is information only. I realize only information actually deserves me in life. So I go to information all the time to realize that is why I actually grow. I grow through more information every single day. You understand? I realize anywhere where you can give me some information to help my life, I will come and learn from you. I'll come and teach something with you. I'll come and actually public speak at your programs. You understand? I can always make sure to do some business with information, although I'm unlimited with information. I realize that's why I'm a billionaire. You understand? I realize that's why I'm so rich, because I have all the information in the world to give you. I mean, what kind of information do you need today? I mean, come and help yourself with me. Otherwise, I'll give you all the information. I have all the information, baby. Otherwise, either way, I understand I just make sure I'm always much more developed. You understand? Because developing every single day is something amazing every single day. I realize it's called making sure you have more courage. And to have more courage, you need more information how to do so. You need more information. Or else either way, understand it's just more, or else it's just more you need. You just need to understand more. You have to feel more. You have to have more happiness. You have to be more cheerful. You have to understand to come public speak with me too. You have to understand that's something beautiful every single day. Understand it's called passion. Understand that when you see a dog, realize the dog is jumpy, isn't it? Realize because the dog has so much information about life. The dog wants to give you so much information because the dog's passionate about life. So that's how I feel when I give you more information. I feel like a dog. You understand? I feel so passionate. I feel I want to love you so much. You understand? Because that's how I feel. You understand? I realize that's how you must feel every single day. You must feel alive. You must feel empathetic. You must feel leadership quality. You understand? You must feel in the heart something amazing. You must understand to never poison yourself and to never poison your feelings and who you are. You understand? Because that's how you grow. You grow through no poison in life. I mean, don't poison your life. I mean, don't go and grab a beer for somebody else. I mean, don't give him a beer. You understand? I mean, give him some information about the beer. You understand? I mean, that's something different. I mean, don't give him Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, go and give him something of informational quality where you're saying that other people are killing the chicken for you. I mean, don't kill the chicken. You understand? I mean, go be kinder. You understand? Because killing chickens is not kind. You understand? I realize killing animals is not kind. I realize killing your daughter is not kind. You get it? So why would you kill a pig? You understand? So either way, you have to understand that I'm a vegan as well, although I understand how to be one and maintain it throughout life. And I've also lost 47 kilos by being a vegan. So either way, that's your golden ticket. You understand? So either way, you have to learn how to become a vegan every single day. You have to understand either way to go and do much better and a better job every single day. Because I understand why I always speak the truth. I speak the truth because the truth is information. So never go and turn your back from information, because that's what you are today. You're full of information today. So never turn your back on information, please. Or else that's why you never turn your back on me, because I'll give you information. And so I realize you don't need me, you need my information. You need my information today. So my information is going to help you every single day, because if you think you're so smart, you have to understand why I give information. You understand? I realize if you think you know it all, realize that's why you have to understand to come and get my information. Understand? Because my information will grow you, because I don't know anything except I only know myself every single day. I understand that every single day I'm alive who actually gives. I'm something that's worth it. I'm understanding every single day that I'm always giving my full heart, because a full heart is something worthy every single day. Otherwise it's called a gift. Otherwise it's something that you're actually giving every single day. Otherwise, what are you giving today? What are you giving? I mean, forget the plastic money. I mean, what are you giving today? I mean, it's not about the plastic money. Understand? I realize it's about information products today. I realize it's about communication. I realize it's about making sure you have more courage and freedom and success in your life. You have to understand that's why I'm so successful every single day, because I understand my life. I understand that's why I'm free every single day. I'm free to live my life every single day. I understand it's very windy today, so my portrait's falling 10 times. Although guess what? I understand to never let it get to me, because I understand that the wind is saying something and it's trying to teach me to never be angry, to never go where the ego is. You understand? Because the ego gets you angry. So be on top of the ego. So to do that, you have to write the ego down. You have to do the ego in a way. You have to write it down and you have to overcome it. You understand? You have to overcome the ego. So understand that every single day that you overcome the ego is how much information you're giving. You understand? Because the least successful people on the planet are the ones who are not giving as much. You understand? So if you're giving more, you just give more information. That's how you become more successful. You have to give more books, you have to write more books, you have to write more audios, you have to write more videos, you have to write more of information, like the newspaper or whatever your newspaper is. And what is your newspaper today? I realize your newspaper must be you today. You must write about how did you get those muscles, and why do you look a certain way, and why do you do it like that, and why do you walk like that, and why do you eat like that. You have to teach people. I mean, if you're not teaching people, or else you'll never be successful then. Or else either way, you have to be successful. So that's why I'm teaching today, everything about my life. Or else every single day, I write a new chapter. You understand? I'm writing a new story about my life every single day. Or else that people love to listen to me because I have a nice, beautiful attitude. Or else now, if you don't have a nice, beautiful attitude, you better get one really quickly. Or else either way, really quickly, you must get a beautiful attitude. So to do that, you have to write more. You have to do more. You have to feel more. You have to give more information. You have to read more. You have to teach yourself more and more how to live life. You have to understand that at 8 years of age, I need you to listen and read from other people. I need you to understand that just because it's a baby, I need you to read from the kid. I need you to understand the little baby can teach you something. So either way, that it's about reactions. Otherwise we have to learn from people around us. I'm learning about the scenery today. I understand that many people love what I do. Because what do I do today? Or else it's called information. Understand? So either way, I'm not hurting you, am I? I'm not hurting you. So either way, understand that's why I'm public speaking today. Because public speakers never hurt people. Because that's your next step. Or your next step is public speaking in your life. You have to understand that's where you need to go every single day. You have to understand that's why anybody who can public speak can actually lead and speak up like anybody in the world who's famous. And anybody who in the world is actually growing. So either way, you have to understand that famous is courage. So if you're more famous throughout life, you understand why it's so worth it. Because you feel more deserving of it. So every single day, I grab the spotlight from the crowd in a way that I'm never taking the spotlight. I just come into the spotlight like this, and here I am. And people are just looking at me. And then I just always just continue my life like this every single day, and they just get to know me. You understand? And either way, you have to understand it's I over me. So I understand my I is so important because every single day I write my I and achieve it more and more. I understand that's why I speak more of my I in every single day of life, because I understand that's why I'm so important. Because either way, I understand to public speak daily, I understand to go and really change up my nice, beautiful communication skills in a way that you have to understand that I'm always more courageous, or that I'm much more serious about my work. You understand? I'm serious about my success and to give you success. You understand? I'm serious about that. Although guess what? I love to have fun. I love to have fun through giving. I love to have fun through being in the spotlight. You understand? Because I deserve what Justin Bieber has. I deserve what anybody has, like Johnny Depp. I deserve that too. I deserve massive fame. You understand? Because guess what? I deserve fame. I deserve Jesus Christ fame today because I'm giving more. I deserve it. You understand? I'm giving. I grabbed the spotlight. I grabbed the spotlight today, and here I am. And many people are watching me today because I deserve it every single day. I deserve to have a free life. I understand that's why I'm here today to really promote what? I realize, what am I promoting today? I'm promoting information products. And so I'm promoting my information products. So that's why you need to come and find my beautiful Instagram today. And you have to understand that every single day I'm always in it for the information. Understand? I'm always doing it for the information. So either way, that's what rotates my life around. And that's information daily. I go and I have a YouTube channel. I subscribe to 60 profiles on YouTube channel who are all millionaires today. And I go and learn from them, and I learn from some news websites and stuff like that about what's going on in the world in terms of what's going on around the world. Although Twitter, I use Twitter for that. I go and check out what's happening on Twitter every single hour because I like to stay updated about the world around me. So you have to always stay updated about everything. So learn about steroids and learn about everything about life, you understand? Because guess what? I understand that when you learn more, you never fall into the trap of hurting yourself. You understand? I realized that at year 10 of life, or I was in high school, or I was in year 10, I started to smoke weed in year 10. You understand? I realized I had a devastating life before, although I understand that either way, that I kept on growing. You understand? I kept on developing myself, although I understand that I wasn't learning as much as I can before. And that's why I turned to love more than anything else. And that's why today you understand why I'm so much more than yesterday, because I'm always writing more products, I'm always doing more products, I'm always giving more products. Although you can change your life around in 5 years easily. You can change your life around in 5 years. You can change your life today really quickly. You just have to make some decisions today to better your habits every single day. You have to understand either way. You have to understand that either way you must grow. You understand? Because either way you have to understand that growing is called information, and it's called more skills, and it's called more confidence and ability to get up in front of a crowd and to start motivating people every single day, left, right and center, to understand why we must be in freedom and why we must travel the world every single day. Because I understand everybody wants freedom today. I need you to understand that freedom is called information. And the more information you have, the more free you'll be. Otherwise, if you don't know how to make $1 million, you have to learn how. You have to go and read upon how to do that. You have to understand that public speaking is your best asset to making $1 million in your life. I promise you that if you want to make $1 billion, you have to be a public speaker. you have to understand, you have to learn public speaking. You have to have a passion about something. And now Mark Zuckerberg has a passion about social media. And that's what he learns about life. Although, guess what? Or else it's not just about social media, is it? Or else it's also about nutrition. And it's about muscles. And it's about public speaking. And it's about a great attitude. And it's about Jesus too, as well as social media. Or else it's also about family and having a kid. Or having 2 kids or 3 kids and learning about that too. And it's about relationships and also becoming abundant and making sure you're providing for the world around you in a different way. And making sure that we're thinking in a different way. Although, guess what? When you think, you have to think in a moment. And it's not just about social media. Or else it's not just about your life. Or else it's about everybody's life. Or else it's about God's life too. Or else it's about the pigeon's life. Or else it's about the tree's life. Or else it's about the world around you too. So you have to understand, either way, we have to self-reflect upon our world today. And we have to understand to go bring it into one idea that equals growth. You understand? I realize we have to grow everything today. Because that's how we actually better the world. You understand? I realize that if you're growing your brother but not your sister, I mean, what does that make you? You have to grow your brother and your sister. You understand? You don't grow one person and not the other. Or else you don't love your boyfriend just because you're married to him 10 years over me. You have to love me and him equally. Or else God loves you and me equally. Or else God doesn't love you more than me. Or else God doesn't love Jesus more than me. Or else God loves me just as much as Jesus. You understand? Because otherwise, how is that fair? Or else everything is fair when you're loving equally. You understand? So equally is growth. You understand? So equality, I agree with equality. I understand a transsexual human being loves a woman because they dress as a woman. And then is a man also and loves to speak to men too. You understand? Although guess what? I realize that's how God is. I realize God is a transsexual. You understand? Because guess what? I realize that's what God is. You understand? I realize God is everything. You understand? I realize either way, you have to understand that God loves everything equally. You understand? You have to understand that either way, you have to go and much more in terms of life. You have to better your life much more than yesterday. You have to understand so much more courage is actually equal when you're growing. You understand? Because either way, you have to understand your multiplicational skills, which is times what? You have to times 1 everything. You have to understand to simplify everything. I times 1 you now because that's how I become number 1. Whereas if you times 1 in terms of 1 million, you understand that number 1 is much more important than $1 million. You understand? I realize everything is much more important than what it is today when you're growing daily. You have to understand that $1 billion or 1 in terms of life. I mean, what would you rather pick? Would you rather pick the 1 billion or the 1? Or as you pick the 1 because you put yourself first to make $1 billion. Or as you don't put the billion first in life. You have to understand, it's put yourself first every single day. And you understand why. You understand why number 1 in terms of the 1 principle is very important today to grow yourself. Or to understand that numbers is a solution in a way that you're growing. You understand? So the bigger numbers in life, the better. You understand? I need to have bigger numbers. I need to have a bigger life. I need to have a better life. You understand? So realize that sometimes bigger is not better. Although guess what? Although sometimes a smaller life in a more effective manner is better than a bigger one that's not doing so good. So either way, you have to understand the better way is going to be you today. I realize every single day you have to better your life. Every single day you have to understand that either way you have to lead, you have to grow, you have to understand communication skills every single day. You have to understand that either way you must do something very fascinating. And what's that? I realize it's called making sure that you have more peace and making sure you have more courage and determination to give more. You have to understand that I need to understand how to be a knowledge broker today. You need to understand that a knowledge broker is somebody who is a researcher of information and brings it to the crowd and then provides a service on how to really live life. Understand? So either way, or there are many aspects of life that you can get into, or that you need some information first. You need some information. So if you're confident to get on a microphone about something, or that's what you do a microphone for today. You understand? Or either way, in year 6, I got on the microphone to sing Jamilia in terms of Superstar. You understand that song, I don't know what it is, that makes me feel like this. I started to sing that song in year 6 and I won the talent quest. You understand? Or either way, I understand that's why I am so courageous today, because I understand I have the ability to do that. You understand? I have the ability to always be a winner in my life now, because I step up in front of a crowd every single day, and that's why I get noticed every single day. I realize that's why I have a passion for something, and that's passion for information. Because it's passion to give you something to succeed upon every single day, because that's what I am. I'm successful. And so I'm successful every single day to give you and to support you and be kind with you every single day, and to give you food and dinner and drink and everything you ever need, because I have the information to do so every single day. So every single day you have to read, you have to follow me for the next 72 years, because I'm very special. And that way you understand how you can be more special. You understand? Or else either way, or else everything convincing of you is something that's nice. So be nice today and understand to be convinced of nice attitudes every single day. because that way you understand a kinder attitude is everything, and a kinder attitude is graceful. Whereas, are you graceful today? I mean, grace is courage. So anybody who has grace more has more information to give every single day. And you have to be motivated. You have to understand to be inspired daily. You have to understand, I mean, you can hear my voice. You can hear how inspirational I am. You can hear how much of an attitude I have, much better than yesterday. I'm always much better than yesterday. Because I'm always doing information work. I'm always looking for more information. You understand? Because I'm always interested about my life and what I have to give. So I'm always looking back to I. And what do I have to do today to give you? You understand? Because when I give you more, I also receive more. I also do more. I also feel more. I also love more. I give more of my heart, and that way I understand more confidence and freedom and courage to actually give you some more information that you can go and help yourself with. Because understanding information is you. So understand that every single day, you're always going to be the sum up of all the ideas you've ever been in your life. So guess what? You just need more ideas today. So that's why I'm here, always giving more ideas, because everybody is something much greater. So understand either way, you have to be more to understand more. You have to understand to understand more, you have to give more skills. You have to understand to give your life story. You have to understand to give your life story. I mean, start a journal today and start writing everything down and write in your phone. And your phone has a notes pad. I mean, start writing your story. You understand? I mean, start writing every single day and write 50,000 words of yourself every single day. You have to understand either way, you have to learn, you have to grow, you have to understand courage. You have to understand courage is talking about your story every single day. I talk about my story all the time. You can come checking out my journal. You can come checking out my beautiful Instagram. You have to understand either way, I'm always selling myself on what? I'm selling myself on information. You understand? I'm selling myself on making sure I grow myself every single day. Because I grow myself with or without you. Understand? So realize if you want to grow with me, I've got I have full information products to help you every single day to grow and to muster the courage in you to come and public speak with me every single day. Because if you listen to me daily, I promise you in 5 years, you will be also a public speaker. I promise you. You just have to listen to me more and more. I promise you, I'll public speak with you somewhere around the world. I promise you, either way, you have to understand to come and achieve that much more. You have to understand that each and every single day, I'll motivate you to go and improve your life. You understand? Because that's what a motivational speaker does every single day, and that's called excellence. I promise you, it's called integrity. I promise you, it's called making sure that we all are helping everything succeed and execute to the best of their ability to make sure that everybody is happier, because that's how a leader grows and builds a son or daughter or anything in terms of life, where we can grow the kids as well, and we can make sure we have a family or a community around us that's actually going to help us move forward. So either way, you have to understand that what's happening around the world is one way or another growing. You understand? Because God says it's good. Understand? I realize when God says the world is good right now, I mean, what is left? I mean, I is left, so make sure we're growing everything every single day, and that way we're going to understand how to be like God every single day. Otherwise, it's just make sure every single day you're communicating more and more clearly, although you have to communicate with yourself more than other people. I communicate with myself more than everybody else. I speak to nobody online. I never speak to people online. I speak with myself all day long. Understand? I get away from the crowd. I have no time for the crowd. I only have time for I in life. I only have time for my life. Understand? Because that's how I love myself. I'd rather give my time all devoted with my life. Otherwise, I go to your life and I lift you only. So that's why I'm here today, to lift you only, because that's the only time you actually ever come and hear from me, is when I'm lifting people. You understand? Because either way, I'm just lifting myself then. Otherwise, it's either I'm lifting myself or everybody around me. You understand? So I'm always lifting only. So when I lift yourself, in terms of when I lift you, I also lift myself in the moments. You understand? Because lifting is called persuasion. And to have some persuasion techniques today, you have to do it for free over and over again to learn how. So how do you do it? You get up in front of a crowd and you start convincing people of yourself. You start convincing people of your attitude. You start convincing people of how you public speak and talk differently all the time. And you'll eventually understand that this works and this works and this works, because what works, or else growth works. So when you're convincing people more and more, you're speaking differently more and more. And that's the best sales pitch on the planet, when you do it for free and you never charge people for anything. Otherwise that more people are going to be inspired by you when it's for free, that you're giving 600 hours of video content. Then you guys can get my YouTube channel and subscribe to my beautiful website and give me $20, and you understand why you can get this much. Whereas now, I never sell you money in terms of plastic money, because I don't work for plastic money, you understand? I work for free. I work for something for free. Understand? I only make sure that every single day that no other numbers other than number one is making sure that you're number one in life and I'm number one in my life, and that way you will understand I work for free. I don't work for plastic money, because plastic money doesn't help me. Whereas what helps me is freedom. I understand that when I work for free, or else that's why I'm here today on the public street in terms of this nice beautiful street performance here, and I'm doing a busking performance today because why? I'm not charging you for money. And so I'm not charging you for plastic money, I'm just doing it for free. And that's what enables me to get up on the street and do it. So that's why I'm so talented today, because I understand I do it every single day. I do talent. I do anything that's talentful or anything that's going to be fruitful, I go there. I go where the nice beautiful tree has the best kind of view, and I go and see the actual view, and I go to the landscapes that's actually very interesting, that I love, and I actually go and do what I love every single day, because I understand kindness and freedom, and I understand that no matter what, that you must also be more and more and level yourself up more and more, because that's how you're actually going to entice the crowd every single day. You have to always entice the crowd. You have to public speak every single day. You have to be more. You have to look greater. You have to understand eventually you're going to leave your biological mother, and you're going to understand why you can have more life. You understand? Because each and every single day, I understand why it's so courageous to do so in a way that you're communicating all the time. You have to understand each and every single day, you have to always lift yourself. You have to lift yourself to greatness every single day. I realize every single day, I understand you can follow my Instagram at Danny Milivojevic. I realize it's right here. I realize either way, I understand that's why I'm always much more courageous, because I always have more courage. I understand over here, I understand that either way you can go and find me. I understand over here, I just make sure that I go and love myself more. I understand that's why either way, you can always make sure to go and be much more courageous. I understand either way, I can teach your kids how to really live life. I understand either way, I understand I have a nice beautiful heart every single day. I understand that's why I communicate more and more clearly, because I understand how to actually live my life. I understand how to be more free. I understand how to be more courageous. Although when you're unblocking the ego, realize that's why you have to understand to keep communicating throughout life, and just keep lifting, and you will overcome your ego. If you're not lifting people, well, that's why the ego is grabbing a hold of you and making you a nobody. In a sense, so realize to overcome the ego, you have to speak more. You have to speak more. You have to speak more. You have to understand that either way, you have to help more. And you have to do what Jesus done. You have to understand that Jesus left the Bible here full of information, and you have to leave the Bible of your life here with full information. Or you have to leave full of information for other people to succeed about your information. And because that's what Jesus left for you. And Jesus left a nice, beautiful Bible full of life and full of information. And that's what you must do for other people in terms of information, for information products. You understand? So either way, do it for information today. And if you're going somewhere today, do it for information. That's how you stay that's how you stay interested. So every single day, look for some information and seek for some information today. What kind of information can you give me today? What are you selling today? Are you selling me on plastic money today, or are you selling me to become a leader? It's either one way or the other. Whereas if you have some information to give, you come on the microphone and speak it. I realize that's what a beautiful attitude does. Whereas a beautiful attitude every single day steps up in front of the crowd and makes sure that everybody is supported every single day, that everybody is supporting a greater way of life. You understand? Because every single day I support myself to the greatest height of my ability, because I understand that's what courage is every single day. I understand that's what an idea here and there I can give you all the time, an idea here and there to make sure that all the time you always have full of ideas and full of life in you to succeed. Because I understand, oh boy, that either way, I understand what courage is. You understand? Because guess what? You have to understand that many people go for happy hour. You have to understand that either way, Jim Rohn says, give them a nice, beautiful library card, because a library card is going to help them more than happy hour at a pub ever will. Or is that people call the pub a happy hour, where you go and get alcohol and become happy? How is that possible? How is it possible to become happy on drugs today? Or as they call it happy hour or something. You have to understand either way, you don't go for happy hour with drugs, cuz. You understand? Either way, you have to understand you must go and better your life. Because understand this, I understand that drugs will never help you. But Jesus will. Because what is Jesus? Well, Jesus is information in the Bible. Although, what is drugs? Does drugs give you, does it give you any information? Drugs never give you information, so never go there. Or else where there is no information, you must never go there, because that's a dead zone. You understand? If you take a pill, what's the pill going to teach you? The pill will teach you nothing. So never go to people who teach you nothing. You understand? Never go where poison is, because poison is nothing, and people who have nothing to give you are poison. Understand? So never go where nothing is, and go where something is, like Jesus, who has a full Bible to give you. Understand? So a Bible of information is much better than a little pill, or a heroin hit, or an injection of drugs. Understand? Because that injection of drugs is not going to teach you anything. You get me? You have to understand that either way, that if you take the drug, you may learn from it, you may learn from the experience that it's not the way. Although, guess what? You understand that either way, to learn from everything around you, and that's why you'll actually grow. So never go where poison is, guys and girls. You have to understand either way, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm here today to help you grow. You understand? I'm here to help myself grow. So either way, I'm only lifting you through my inspiration today. So I'm only giving you uplifting words, and that's how I am more inspired every single day to come and do a street performance and do a public speaking performance every single day for the next 72 years, because I'm only uplifting people. You understand? Otherwise, if I started swearing at people today and only swearing at people today, otherwise that's not lifting you, is it? Otherwise it's not lifting you when I swear at you. Otherwise, although when I start speaking nicely, promise you that's what is. Otherwise that's what grows you. Otherwise a nice attitude grows everybody. Otherwise, although a rude attitude never grows anybody. So stay away from rude people, please. Otherwise, if somebody doesn't like your nice attitude, you stay away from them. Otherwise, if somebody doesn't contact you back, you stay away from them. Otherwise, if somebody doesn't invite you somewhere, you stay away from them. Or if somebody doesn't call you, or you stay away from them. Or if somebody doesn't message you or even see you, you stay away from them. Or if somebody doesn't invite you somewhere, you stay away from them. Or if just go your way. You understand? You go your way, and guess what? Or as many people are going to show up in your life, just like me today. Or as many people are showing up in my life today. You understand? Because I have something beautiful to say every single day. I understand that either way, people will come into your life. And guess what? Or as people are in my life today. And how is that? I just came and done a street performance, and you just walked into my life today. You understand? Either way, I don't need the crowd from the past. I don't need the crowd ever. I don't need you. Although guess what? I need you to understand that my information you need. You need my information today. You understand? Because my information today is going to help your kids and your kids' kids and you for generations and generations and generations to come. Because that's what rich is. Otherwise you have to leave something behind for generations. So what are you leaving behind? You're not leaving real estate behind, because real estate doesn't teach you anything. You understand? But you're now doing real estate and making sure that you make more money. Whereas now, you have to understand what money is. Whereas money is wisdom. So work for wisdom over anything else. You understand? Because wisdom is more than real estate. You understand? Whereas real estate is nothing compared to the Bible. You have to understand that anything outside of you right now is nothing compared to information. So guess what? I'm information anyway. So either way, I go to where information is, and that way I become the information. Whereas now, if you're doing real estate, for example, you have to learn everything either way. You have to learn what real estate is and how to get it and how to do it. Or then guess what? Or else it's not the solution. Or else what the solution is in the information. Or else the information is the solution every single day. In a sense, so go and listen and read every single day anything you can that's going to help you improve. Or to understand that objects like the speaker in terms of the portable phone and the tree or anything in life is not going to teach you other than the wisdom of life. You understand? Because that's where the information is. Whereas the information is key. So go and find more and more you find more information today and find more imagination every single day. You understand why that's so important? You understand imagination is reality. So anybody who understands to bring information into reality, which is nice, beautiful, in terms of nice and beautiful theory that you can go and do every single day, from information that you can go and do, so you can teach it every single day to understand why our life is so beautiful. When you are transforming information to reality, you have to write it down. You have to understand to write everything down, or to pick yourself back up when you may fail in your communication, and you understand that it's just a little twerk to make sure that you're just lifting people anyway, and you understand why you go and be repetitive in a way, you be repetitive in a different way all the time, and that's why people can always listen to you differently and always differently and differently, because guess what, I started at Toastmasters for 1 year, although guess what, I was doing 30 minutes a month of public speaking there. Whereas now I do 1 hour and more a day of public speaking on the street. So that's 90 hours of public speaking I can do a month easily on the street. So either way, I understand that 30 hours a month is much better than doing 2 hours a month. You understand? So either way, 30 hours is more when you're doing public speaking on the street than doing a Toastmasters. So realize always to go and find yourself everything you ever need in terms of information and go and do it over again. Because guess what? I realize other people are not going to come with you to help your legacy succeed. You understand? So realize they're always in it for themselves over you. Although, guess what? I realize they will come with you when you have more information and when you're more valuable. Whereas when you have more value to give, I realize people will just always rock up in your life. Because guess what? I realize many people are rocking up in my life today because I have information. I've got something they need. I've got a beautiful portfolio in my life. And what kind of portfolio is that? I realize it's a portfolio of information I give on my YouTube and Instagram. You can go check it out. For the next 72 years, I'll be a mentor. And just make me a mentor, because guess what? I'll give you so much knowledge every single day so that you can succeed, because that's what I am. I'm successful. So anybody who comes to me always gets that information from me, because I am successful. You understand? I have something to give you. I'm not a homeless man. Understand? I've got something to give you every single day. I've got something of information that you need every single day, because understand the 9 to 5 work keeps you away from information work. You understand? So realize that if you want to get out of the 9 to 5, you have to understand to have a side hustle where you're actually teaching people more and more quickly. I mean, you have to teach people quickly something and be quick about it. Understand? I mean, you have to understand that life is not waiting for you. Understand? You have to understand you must not wait for anything. You must start teaching now. You must start teaching on the microphone now. You must do it now and now and now. So to do that, you have to better your mindset. You have to better your mindset every single day. You have to understand that you have to win it over every single day. So what are you really winning over? You have to win yourself. You have to win your heart. You have to win everything in life. So how to do that is more information, and just give it and give it and give it, and you will receive more and more. Although I understand that either way, I realize I've been speaking here for I've been speaking here for 5 days now. Or else either way, I understand I see some results on my Instagram, I see some results on YouTube, I understand it's working. You understand? Because guess what? Or else when you're giving information, I promise you it's always working. Because what's really working for me today is information. You understand? Because I understand to go and give more of it. And when I give more of it, I always accumulate abundance. I accumulate richness. I accumulate something of gratitude. I accumulate a crowd that's watching me every single day. I understand that's why I can be in a crowd all day long now. Because I practice in front of a crowd. I practice like Novak Djokovic. I'm Serbian too. I'm Croatian as well. I'm either way an Australian because I'm born here. I'm born in Camperdown. You understand? So either way, I understand that's why I live life much better. You understand? Because either way, I can also speak Serbian. I can speak 2 languages in one. I understand either way, I'm more talented. I'm more talented than before. I have to learn Spanish. I have to learn Italian. I have to learn Chinese. I have to learn all these Arabic signals. I have to learn everything. You understand? Because I have to stay interested about that. I have to stay interested about my life every single day. I understand Diego Maradona too. I understand you have to understand him. You have to go where the fame is. You have to go where information is. You understand? You have to go and read every single day. You have to understand every single day to be more and more, and make sure every single day you're always doing more. You have to understand to go do more. You have to understand that every single day it's called information products. You have to understand that every single day it's called make sure that you have more courage and ability to understand why you can do it every single day. You have to understand that even when you understand that IO, for example, has nice, beautiful music, you can go and listen to everybody's music, or they realize that every single day you make your own music. And that's why you have to understand that every single day I have my own music and I stick to my music. And why is that? I realize my music is much more important than anybody else's. So that's why I understand that I go where my life is. You understand? I'll go to my life. I'll go do my life. You understand? I'll go make sure to focus on me every single day, because that's self-love. Well, as focusing on yourself is called self-love. So I pick my music and my life over anybody else's, because I understand to put myself first. And that's why I understand you must also do it. You must pick your life over anybody else. And that's why you're going to grow. You have to understand that anybody who grows daily is one that gives ideas. You have to understand you have to give ideas daily, and you have to be quickly into it. You have to go quickly into life. You have to understand to be a Speedy Gonzalez. You have to be really quickly in terms of, you have to understand to adapt really quickly in your life, to understand how you can actually give that information quickly. And you have to understand it's called writing ability. So the better your writing skills, the better you are. So I use a journal. I practice in my journal, my writing. Every single day I write 50,000 words about myself. Every single day. And that's how much I love myself, and more than that. You understand? So every single day I'm doing 50,000 words here and 50,000 words in my journal every single day, and more than that. You understand? Either way, I never limit myself to numbers anymore, because I understand I can always do more. I can always feel more. I can always actually intend to do more, because I push myself to grow. So understand this, that John C. Maxwell says that growth is intentional. So what am I doing today? I'm pushing myself to grow, baby. You understand? I'm pushing myself to grow right now. I'm pushing myself every single day to get the ideas out of me. You understand? So when I do that, I'm always inside of my life. I'm always spiritual. I'm always staying inside. Because I understand that when I do life, I do it right now. You understand? Because life is worth living now, and not yesterday, and not tomorrow, and not in 10 years' time, and not the future. You understand? Because life is worth living now. So what do you do to now? I mean, what do you do now? You give some information. I mean, are you giving some information today? I mean, you have to understand, you have to give some information today. You have to understand that it's very important to do so every single day, to understand why it's so important to give some information, because that way you build skills, you build courage, you do it in front of people. Because guess what? I realize your biological dad and mother is not going to give information for you. You have to give information today, sir. I don't know, mate. I don't know where that is. I don't know where General Pants is. You can come and help this person over here. I understand either way that we're all divine beings. I realize either way, I understand how to really go and do much better. I understand that either way, I provide something better than pants and shopping. I provide information on how to get everything. You understand? I provide information on how to really travel the world for free. You understand? I promise you that's the best way. For the best way is called courage and determination to have a great life. So either way, you'll catch up to me very soon. You understand? I realize either way that my beautiful information is always lifting, and it's always making sure that it's compounding in my favor, because I understand that whatever has the information to give is successful. You understand? Because that's why Jesus is so successful, because he gives you so much information. You understand? So realize you have to write a thicker book than the Bible today. You understand? To realize what success is. You understand? So every single day I'm always writing that thicker book. I'm always making sure to level Jesus and to go and give you more than Jesus ever can. You understand? So that way you understand what a great attitude is. That's called an inspiration every single day, to go and make sure, just go and be abundant every single day. So to do that, you have to give more. You have to understand to receive more. You have to understand that when somebody gives you money or plastic money for your work or something, just receive it. If they give you a kiss, just receive it. Whatever. Just make sure you're always doing something much greater. You understand? Either way, you have to understand either way to be an inspiration daily, because that way you're going to be worth it. You're going to be some courage material in terms of wisdom. You understand that material today is called spirituality. Although guess what? There's nothing in the outside world matters except for the inner world. So you must live inside. You must understand what inside is. Otherwise it's called courage. Otherwise it's called confidence. Otherwise it's called richness. Otherwise it's called health. You have to understand to be healthy every single day. You can speak in the microphone. I'm talking about freedom and courage and being abundance and giving you some information today so you can help your life. Otherwise, the information is about everything. Otherwise, it's about business and making more money and making sure you have a better mentality and health and losing weight and veganism and making sure it's about everything. I'm a life coach. I thank you very much. Otherwise, either way, you can always find my nice, beautiful video every single day on YouTube. I upload one on YouTube every single day. You can find my YouTube channel. And otherwise you can go and see it's my Danny Milivojevic name, although I go by I, otherwise that's just the name I go by. You have to understand that every single day I provide a nice beautiful gift into the planet of information where I go and inspire the world every single day on the street and do some public speaking performance, and then I record myself and upload it on YouTube every single day, and you can always catch up. I thank you very much, I thank you. Otherwise, either way, understand I always give some nice beautiful information, and I understand always to talk around everything, because understand when you talk around it, you always understand why it's so free to do so. You understand why I give so many ideas, because understand ideas is life, and understand every single day life is freedom. You understand? So every single day, if you want to be more free, you have to give more ideas. You have to understand that's how it actually is. You understand? Because those who don't give you anything are the ones who've got nothing to give. So I've got full of life to give you, because understand life is wisdom and ideas. So that's all you have to give. You just have to give more information, and you have to understand how to do so. And it's just make sure you go and speak it. You go speak your life. Although it's one step from now. Although many people believe that they cannot do it. You understand? And why is that? Because they lack a passion. And they lack a passion for growth. And they don't grow themselves intentionally. And they don't try to grow. You understand? Because they're just flowing without life. They're just flowing with life and just doing what everybody else is doing. You understand? Although you have to understand that life is really simple and it's just called growth. You have to understand to be a growth coach. You have to understand to go and really dedicate yourself into learning and growing, and then you understand what true passion is and how you can fly with the eagles. And it's really easy. It's really easy to grow. And you have to understand that at first you have to understand that it's really easy to start reading something. Whereas you're reading something today, and you're right now reading something. And these people around me are reading something, and they're reading the crowd around me, and they're reading my audio. Or they understand this, that no matter what, you're always reading something. So force yourself to read more. Force yourself to actually listen to more audio content and more video content daily, and you understand why you'll be free. You understand? That's why. You have to understand every single day, I always make sure to learn something more and more and more and more, and do something more and more than I read. I make sure today to always do more than I read. You understand? Because doers are winners. I promise you, readers are learning how to do. You understand? I promise you, anybody who's reading, or else anybody who's reading today, or else anybody who's reading today is learning how to do something. So realize I learn to do much more than I read now. Because I understand that when I do it, I understand that's how I actually win it over. I actually give it now. Because when you're reading, well, there's other people giving you only. And you're just taking and taking and taking. And then eventually, you're going to turn into a doer. And a doer is only giving now. And you're just listening to me and taking from me only now. You're just only taking from me now. Well, guess what? I'm just giving you out of abundance. You understand? So if you give someone a hit, you have to understand you're taking away from that person. So guess what? If you're taking away from other people, you'll also be taken away. And where? You actually go to prison if you're taking away from other people, because people who hit other people or steal from others or take away from them are also people who are murderers and people who are not following Jesus Christ. In a sense, so either way, understand that you must do better, you must feel better, because you don't just go hit a kid on the street, you don't go hit people, you understand, because guess what? Whereas anybody who's violent is not learning and growing, and that's against God's will. So God is actually helping you right now by helping you have full of life. I promise you, every single day that you have full of life in you to succeed. You just have to look inside every single day. You have to understand that every single day it's called courage to just go read more. Because when I started reading my audiobooks 5 years ago, I realized that I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Because that's the whole point of life. You're not supposed to know. You're not supposed to know. And then you find yourself and you say, I know now. I know how to live my life. You understand? I know how to live my life in I only. Well, guess what? I know nothing except I. And that's why I grow myself. I grow myself every single day to understand that more information is more courage and ability and skills. To understand that's why I'm giving you more and more and more information today to motivate you and to inspire you, but also to inspire myself and to motivate myself daily to be in front of the crowd. Because you have to entice the crowd so long, and you have to understand that life is so long. You understand? Because every single day you have to learn something. You have to understand I'm very quick to grow. I'm very quick to travel the world. I'm very quick to be greatness. You understand? I'm very quick to do everything in my power to live my life to the best of my ability. Because I understand what public speaking is every single day. I understand that no matter what, that what you have will be taken away from you unless you're giving more and more. You understand? Whereas when you're giving more and more, you realize the outside world and your wife will die. And you understand that your kids may die. Although guess what? Your information will never die. Whereas something that you give will never die. And what comes out of your mouth today? Whereas it's called information. So that never dies. And that I realize now that it's really in Jesus' name that you have to understand that Jesus left the Bible here as well. And that wisdom will never die. Understand? Although I realize that Jesus is real and it's called the Bible. Whereas now you have to understand that information product of the Bible means that Jesus is alive and well. You have to understand that Jesus is honest about what he says in the Bible. Because information does not lie. I promise you, information does not lie. So understand that salvation is the Bible. And salvation is this life. And salvation is information. Do you agree? You have to understand that if you agree with salvation, you agree with living, and you also agree with making sure that you are complete and making sure that you are actually worthy of Jesus Christ every single day. Because guess what? Otherwise, we're all worthy of Jesus Christ. But make sure that every single day that everybody's growing. Because guess what? You must always understand to complete more work. You must finish more work. You must be more passionate. You must understand to love more and give more. So every single day that anything that's coming out of your mouth must be given more. You must understand to give more life. You have to understand that most people drink alcohol and do drugs on the weekends and every single day. Whereas that's not the way, because drugs does not teach you anything. Understand? For what teaches is somebody who's actually giving more. So when you're giving more on the microphone, you have to understand to learn how to go and overcome your obstacles every single day. Because life has no obstacles unless you make it so. Understand? So my life has no obstacles anymore because I understand that information is unlimited. And then once I give you information, I go and breathe everything in terms of success. I give you so much success today because I understand abundance is what you need. So abundance is called information. So the more I connect the words together and I learn some new synonym words, I understand to go and learn some more vocabulary in my life, and understand that's why I can communicate better, because I have 10,000 words in my vocabulary and more that I can use in my public speaking program and also understand in life to learn faster. You understand? Because more vocabulary means learning quicker. Now when you're learning quicker, you have to understand more vocabulary is how it is. You have to understand that every single day I'm learning more vocabulary. I'm expanding my context. I'm reading about finance, and what is it about finance and economy, and what is it about this world, and what is it about everybody around me, and why are they choosing other men over me, and why are they choosing other people over me. You have to understand, I'll go and ask myself everything. Although guess what? Or else it comes down to ego. Or else they love a drug addict more or else they love more of a drug addict than a person growing. You understand? So realize that is what they deserve in life. Or else they deserve drug addicts then when they go for drug addicts. You understand? Or else that's that. Or else that's what you deserve then. Or else either way, I deserve something that comes toward me. You understand? I understand that every single day. So you understand that every single day you must grow either way. You must understand that either way, you must understand that who's with you. You must lift up every single day. You must lift up and not be sad about your life and stop crying about your life. You have to understand that you have to go and be on offense every single day about information. You have to understand to stop crying. You have to understand that crying doesn't help anything. That does not help anything. What helps something, what helps somebody is speaking something much more fluent and reading a book here and there and being interested about somebody and making sure you understand their life experience and how you can actually better your life through their life. That's what you need to do, and that's the passionate road every single day. I realize it's called passionism. I realize every single day you're a passionist today, you understand why that's so important. You have to understand that passionists are always going to be much greater. You understand? Because they have a passion. I realize they're called opportunists, or else they're called anything under the blue sun when they're growing. You understand? So when they're growing, you understand that's why they're going to be free, and they're going to be actually living a lifestyle that you actually need. You understand? So when they're living a lifestyle that you actually need and you see that, you understand why you have to go into their shoes. You have to start learning from me daily right now because I'm really successful, and understand that in 10 years time you'll find me even greater. You understand? So either way, 10 years is a long time. Well, guess what? It really happens so quick and life goes so quickly. You understand? Well, guess what? Whereas that if I develop myself every single day, which I always do, I always develop myself every single day, I understand I'm really traveling the world really quickly. You understand? Because I'm always in the moment, I'm always giving. So I only believe in that information giving now. You understand? Because I understand that's what Jesus does. Whereas Jesus just gives you an information daily. And that's how I actually get up in front of a crowd and public speak daily. Because I understand that either way you get some nice beautiful quality audio now. Because I actually changed over from my nice beautiful audio over here. And I went from this audio into nice beautiful remedies where I understand that there's a difference between these two audios now. You hear me right now? Either way, I understand that this one here is much different. You can see this one here is much more clearer now because I use a clearer way of life. You understand? I go where the clearer sound is. Because the other one is distortion. I don't need distortion in my sound. So I use a nice clear audio. You have to understand either way that you have to better your life. You have to better your video programs. You have to better your techniques. You have to better your public speaking and your strategies on how to do so. And you have to understand why it's so free to do so, where you can go and give more information today. You have to understand you have to read more and more. You have to read more and more. You have to be smart. You have to understand that's why it's so important to understand to follow me on YouTube and Instagram every single day. And understand that's why I'll give you all the help you ever need. Because what's important is more information and not anything else. Promise you, only information is important today, and you understand why that's going to help you. You understand? I promise you, that's why it helps me so much to give you more, because that's why I succeed more and more. You understand? I succeed more and more every single day. When I give you more information products every single day, I'll get some more information in terms of life, and I'll get some more ideas. I also gain a leverage upon you because I get to public speak every single day. You understand? I get to be in front of a crowd every single day. And that's why I become greater faster, because I'm in front of a crowd every single day. In a sense, so you have to get in front of a public speaking crowd, and you have to understand to go and read from them and understand to be a public speaker every single day, because that's how you become great. You understand? You become great through public speaking every single day. You become great by making sure you have some talent to give, so you have some nice passion. Although if you're a singer, don't just sing. Go and teach people how to sing. Or else that's different. Or else don't just be a music producer. Or else you must go and teach people how to music produce. You understand? Don't just be an actor. Go teach people how to act. Don't just do what you're doing. Go teach people what you're doing. Or else now, if you're not teaching what you're doing today, or else it's because why? Or else why? You have to go teach what you're doing every single day. You have to teach your life. You have to understand, you have to be more interested about yourself. You understand? So that's why here I am teaching about my life every single day. I'm teaching about what I do every single day. You understand? I realize it's called public speaking. I realize it's called life. I realize it's called something passionate. I do that every single day, and I teach you how to do that. And I teach you something about my life. You understand? I teach you because I understand that little baby can teach you, your son can teach you, your daughter can teach you. I realize Jesus can teach you, but are you open-minded to learning? Are you able to learn from them? Or else if you're able to learn from them, or else you can achieve the world then. You can achieve everything in your heart. And you'll find out it's you that you have to understand that you have to achieve much more of you. You have to understand you have to become more of you. You have to understand you have to be more authentic. So to be more authentic, you have to give more love. And to give more love, it's called information. So you're giving information to give more love every single day. Understand? Because information is what helps you. So when I help you every single day, I give you information. And when I give you information, I get more ideas from that. And then I give you more ideas. And then I transverse it. I realize I transverse it in a way that it's never complex and it's so simple to deliver. And then I understand I become a greater communicator, a bit like that. Because I simplify everything. So when I simplify it, I speak it out of me. And then I find a better way to communicate. And I transverse and I go into my transcript and I understand my scripture is what I say. And then I live my talk as well. I realize that if I'm so passionate about something, I realize I have to live it. I have to breathe it. So that's called integrity. So if you have more integrity today, you understand why you can actually be great today. Because those people who say one thing and do another are not teaching anything. I say one thing and I teach it. You understand? Whereas I don't say one thing and never do it. I teach you that I'm a non-smoker and I'm a non-smoker. And I teach you about that every single day. Whereas I stay a non-smoker because I teach being a non-smoker. In a sense, so if you understand that if you're a drug addict today, go teach people how it is really to be a drug addict. Go teach them that way. Go teach your kids to be a drug addict too. You understand? I realize that's how it is. I understand that if you stand for a drug addict, you'll be a drug addict. You understand? So either way, never stand for drug addicts, and understand that either way, you stand for growth. You understand? Don't be a drug addict. That's how simple it is. I realize if you're a drug addict and you're not teaching your kids how to actually teach drugs, you have to understand you have to teach everything. You have to teach everything. You have to teach your life. You have to teach something abundance. You have to teach something of life in a different way all the time. Because life is not just standing next to a door. How boring, man. I need you to go and stand up in front of people. I need you to start public speaking every single day in front of people and get some eyes on you every single day. Because if you're just standing on a 9-to-5 job all day, that's boring. What's amazing is being in front of people and public speaking and making sure you're passionate and have some career in you. You understand? Because what's a career? Probably it's called growth. Probably it's called something that you can give. Probably it's called a passion. Because most people get stuck in a 9-to-5 job and stay there. And why do they stay there? Because they're not learning anything. Or else they're just doing what's required of them. Or else now what's required of you is more than a 9-to-5 job. Or else it's called Jesus Christ. Or else now you have to understand you have to go where Jesus Christ goes. You have to go the freeway. You have to understand to go and have your own disciples in life. Because that's what Jesus does. So have your own disciples by really just going and adopting every single day. And adopt kids. Adopt kids for yourself and understand that it's the way to go. But understand if you adopt kids, you have to understand to teach them how to really live life. You understand? Because those people who have more kids and more abundance and more richness and more people around them are the ones who are teaching more. You understand? So realize that's the only way and that's the only best way to live. And it's called teaching and teaching and teaching. Because that's called also preaching and preaching and preaching. And that's called passion and passion and passion. Because you're passionate about something. I'm passionate about life. I'm passionate about you today because I'm here to help you. And saying I'm here to help you and how you look today. I'm here to give you all the money in the world because I have all the money in the world right now. I understand everything that everything you ever need in life is more freedom and more courage and more empathy every single day. You need some more leadership in you. You need some more love. You need more of everything. So when I give it to you, I understand that is what I give. I give love. I give empathy. I give leadership because I understand that's where you need to go. You need to learn that every single day. You need to learn what that is. You have to learn how to grow. You have to understand my passionate career right now is for a lifetime. You understand? So no matter what, then nobody can take it away from me ever. Because I'm so passionate, I'm so inspiration. To understand the nature of my goodness is right now. I understand that when I go and speak metaphors, I understand to go where the abbreviation is. I understand to go into Jesus Christ territory and look at the heavens above. And I understand that even the clouds can help you. You have to understand that everything can help you in life. You have to understand that even when the sun gets up, eventually the sun gets up for you so that you can go and do something. You understand? Whereas either way, you have to understand that every single day, I'm always making sure I promote myself every single day because that's how you build attention. You build attention really slowly. Although what's really important is that you're giving information products. You understand? So no matter what, whereas even if other people do not make you famous, you have to understand that other people never make you famous. Whereas you make yourself famous every single day. So every single day you're always becoming more and more. You understand every single day you'll be actually doing more. And when you're doing more, you're just doing your passion on the street and regardless of the fame. You understand? I realize it's not about the fame. I realize it's about helping you today. I realize that the more people help me succeed, the more people I can help succeed. So it's in your best interest to share me around. And so I realize it's in your best interest to make sure your kids follow me for life. And that your kids' kids follow me for life. Because guess what? I help people. You understand? I help people. I help people succeed much greater. You understand? Because that's what I do. I realize either way, if you help me, I help the world. You understand? I help the world lift up this way. I realize I help more people by helping you share yourself around. You understand? Because either way, I understand that when you help share me around, you'll help many people regardless, because that's what I do. I only help people. So stand for that every single day. You share me around, you follow me every single day on Instagram, you follow me on YouTube, and that's why I help people. Understand? I realize that's why you need to understand an inspirational leader is somebody who does that in a way that they give more of their heart and they give more of their love every single day to make sure that every single day you must focus on yourself and love yourself first every single day. And that's what nice and beautiful empathy is. Understand? I realize it's called Roy Positive, as Gary Vaynerchuk says. Whereas you have to understand that you have to love yourself 100% of the time. You understand? I realize love yourself 100% out of 100%. And that's it. I mean, just love yourself. I mean, that's all I ask of yourself. Understand? So either way, I'm always asking of myself here to love myself more and more, because I understand that way I'm going to give you more and more. I'm going to show up on more. I'm showing up in more of life to make sure that either way you have more of what you need. And what is that? Because it's information, baby. You have to understand every information is going to help you every single day to succeed, because that's called more courage and abilities and skills to understand why you can actually go up and beyond life, to understand why it's so inspirational to do so, and to make sure that every single day you're always going to go out there and go encourage people and go and make sure that people are doing better. Understand? So when you're helping people and even lifting people in this way, you'll always be more. Understand? You'll be more when you're lifting people. So understand that is the best way. Otherwise, say in silence. You must be in silence then to understand that if you've got nothing nice to say, or else that's why you're not growing. Understand? So if you've got niceness in you, or else that's why you're growing daily, and that's why you're going to say something every single day. Because those who speak louder are the ones who are growing. Understand? You have to grow. And the ones who have more success than everybody else are the ones speaking out more. And they're the ones doing more. And it's really behind your back. In a way that I'm in the spotlight though. Although guess what? I have so much information that's behind your back. Although you have to cover, you have to go and then cover. You have to go and then you have to understand it's not behind your back. Whereas nothing is behind your back. Although I realized I've already given it. You understand? Although if you don't go to my Bible of my information and my life, you understand why it's behind your back then. You understand? So either way, I'm not hiding anything. I'm never hiding anything. Whereas now you have to understand, I never go behind my back. I never go behind closed doors. You have to understand, I go and make sure I'm open to everything, although I'm always learning about everything. You have to understand that either way, that if you turn away from information, you actually close the door on yourself then. So realize you never close the door on yourself, you make sure to open doors. And when you open doors, you understand why there's more information to learn. And you keep opening those doors every single day. Because that's what I do. I give you so much information, although guess what? It's for free, and it's not hiding. I'm not hiding. I realize it's also in the spotlight every single day. I expose myself totally. Although guess what? You have to understand you have to be more perfect. You have to understand you have to be more beautiful. You have to understand you have to go travel the world more. Otherwise, I never need you to say that you cannot do it. You need to understand that you can do it. I can do it. Whereas you can do it. I can do it 100. I can do it 120. I can always do it. You understand? I realize although you have to understand that it's much more important to do so now than never before. You have to understand that either way, you have to follow me. You have to understand that I see Croatia over there. I'm Croatian too. I'm Serbian as well. Or else either way, you can follow me over. You can follow me on Instagram right now. Or else either way, understand every single day I'm Australian. Understand either way, I support my countries. Or else my country is Australia. Or else either way, understand that I'm always much greater than yesterday. Or else I understand either way that I'm doing much greater than yesterday all the time. Understand? I understand either way. I support every country in the world because I'm growing every country in the world right now. Understand either way, you have to always make sure that you have what you need. So have what you need today, and understand to go and see what you'll need to do in life to succeed. I realize it's called empathy. I realize it's called leadership every single day. I realize it's called some skills today. You need some skills today. You have to understand skills is called what? Or the skills is called information. And now you need some more information to understand why you can actually live life for free. You understand freeness is called ideas. And when you're giving some ideas, you will actually be inspired by those ideas. And when you're somebody inspired, you're going and inspiring right now. You're inspiring somebody. I mean, who are you inspiring? I mean, who are you inspiring today? You have to understand you have to inspire somebody. You have to inspire more. You have to inspire yourself the most. You have to inspire yourself the most. You have to understand that's what love is. Approach, it's called abundance. I realize it's called making sure that you're growing daily and making sure that you have more to give daily. You have to understand that's why I'm here today. I realize it's really just to grow myself and really to understand the world around me every single day. Because I understand it's not for the fame. I'm not doing it for the fame. I'm not doing it for anything other than just making sure I grow myself daily. Whereas when I grow myself daily, I understand that's why I get up in front of a crowd. I give some ideas from the heart. I'm always giving some ideas. I'm always doing something different. I'm making sure every single day I'm more worth it and more worth it and more worth it because I deserve more. I feel more. I love more. And that's why I understand, that's why I go and do more courage work. I always do more confidence work. I always do my heart. I always make sure to go and speak and speak and speak until the cows come home. And understand that the cows never come home. So I just keep speaking, you understand? So realize no matter what, I'm always making sure I'm more than I am. Because that's how I live life. I live life through loving the world around me. And how do I do that? Well, I make sure to go and give much more of my heart every single day and just keep pushing myself daily to live my life. because that's how I live my life every single day. I live it in freedom, I live it in courage, I live it in ability of skills to make sure that every single day I always have more leadership requirements every single day, because that's how I actually talk. I talk in a way that's actually different from before. And that's how it's always interesting, you understand? Because every single time I talk differently, I'm always a different person in divine nature, and that's how you're supposed to live life. You have to live life differently. You have to speak differently. You have to walk differently. You have to change your clothing every single day, or else every single day you must look different. You must understand that's why I breathe knowledge. I breathe knowledge daily. I understand that's why I love my life every single day, and that's why I go and make myself free every single day. I make myself free. I focus on myself daily, and that's why I understand how to live my life. I live it through I live it through my heart's intent. I realize I live it through information daily. I understand information is something gold, whereas information is something very spontaneous, and I love information. I love to read everything. I love to go and see what everything is, because I understand that's the key. Approach the key is information. Approach the key is making sure that you're abundant today, and making sure that you're outdoing your mentors. Or else I've got some mentors on YouTube, or else I'm in front of the crowd more than them. Understand? Because why? I make sure I make sure to outdo them every single day. I make sure to go on the street and be in front of the crowd every single day, because that way I public speak all the time. And I get better and better. I get better than all my mentors over the long term, you understand? Because I understand that nobody else can outdo me other than my disciples who are actually trained. So either way, I understand that either way, I plant some seeds today. I understand that way, I understand you get what you deserve every single day. I get what I deserve in front of the crowd, and that's how I actually better my life. I better my life through loving you. Understand? So when I love I every single day, I'm always growing myself, because I've got something to say, I've got something to give every single day. Whereas I love to talk, I love to speak up every single day. And that's why I'm a public speaker. Whereas that's why I actually communicate every single day, because that's how I actually practice. I practice in front of people because I've got something to say. I've got something to give. I've got a love for you every single day. I understand that's why I have more I have more happiness. I have more of a happier attitude every single day. You understand? Because I understand where love is. I realize it's not resentment, or it's not jealousy. I realize it's not the ego. I realize it's something better than that. I realize it's called public speaking. I realize it's called making sure you go and make sure that your life is felt. You understand? Because either way, you need to train yourself to grow. You have to train yourself to be in front of a crowd. You have to train yourself around people, and you have to train yourself to have leadership more and more in your life. So either way, understand your life must be more. Either way, you have to understand that every single day, I'm always much more courageous. I'm always making sure I look at myself in the mirror. So that's how I grow. I grow through more ideas. I grow and find ways to grow. I find ways to give you my heart. I find ways to change my nice, beautiful communication skills in a different way daily, because I understand how to really communicate. And it's called difference. You have to make a difference. You have to go and make something different. You have to understand to go and change and adapt differently every single day. You have to always be different. You have to understand you have to always love yourself, and love thyself is how you do it every single day. You have to understand either way. I realize that I must always grow myself regardless, because I understand that's how I actually do life. I do life through growth. I do life through public speaking. I do life by making sure that I have what I need. So every single day I have what I need. I have it in the Bible every single day. And there's no worries when I'm always growing. You understand? I'm always growing, so I always find a way. Or should I dig in for those ideas every single day, because I write so much ideas down. I'll go and dig for them. I'll go and dig through the information every single day, because that's how I actually find my God. I find Jesus Christ like that. Or else that's how I actually find what I need to say, and I speak it, and I live it, and I am it. I understand that when I'm it, I'm really growing, aren't I? I realize I'm a grower, I'm a doer. I realize every single day I'm finding ways to grow. I'm finding ways to communicate. I'm finding ways to be more of a, what? I'm finding ways to be more of an information broker. You understand? Because I'm a life coach. I'm not a coward. I realize that either way, I am somebody who's better than a coward. I'm somebody who's not scared of life. I'm not scared of anything. I'll take on anything. I'll take on the shark. I'll take on everything. Because guess what? I'm interested. I'm interested about the shark in the water. I'm interested about everything. Understand? Because either way, I stay interested and I become a baby. And when I become a baby, I'm always a baby. Understand? I stay as a baby. I stay in a baby state. As the Taoism book says, you must stay in a baby state. Understand? You must stay young. You must stay fruitful. You must stay youthful every single day. I'm always must be young in life. You have to understand that either way, the Tao Te Ching says you must grow. You understand? You must do something different. You must have some Tai Chi perspective every single day. You must be doing something different every single day. You have to understand that either way, I love life. I understand I can do some fighting combos over here. I can do some nice beautiful martial arts on the street as well. I realize either way I can put some music on and I can actually love my life. So either way, I understand what's important is love. promise you, love is important. So realize every single day you can do some Tai Chi on the street too. You can go put some music on and tape yourself while you're doing it. You can do whatever you have to do every single day to live your life in freedom. You understand? So either way, understand that no matter what, you have to understand to go mind your business every single day, because that's how you actually grow. You grow through your business and not through other people's businesses. But guess what? You have to go where the information is. You have to understand the information is what you need. So either way, I ignore my mentors right now because I'm doing more than them. Well, guess what? I still need the information, don't I? I still have to go and see my information. I have to understand that information is key for my life to succeed. So every single day, I stand up in front of the street and just public speak. And that way I get more eyes, I get more promotion, I get more love, I get more devotion every single day because I have more ideas to give. So when I give more ideas, I'm always making sure my audio is here and now, to make sure that you hear my audio and that you love my audio, because I understand that it's not rude. I understand it's not something that's going to delift you. I understand it's something that's going to lift you daily. So when I speak communication, I do it one word at a time. I make sure I make it one step at a time. I make sure to look at people while I do everything, because that's how I grow. I grow on the actual go. I grow and learn on the go. I learn everything right now, because either way, I completed my 1 hour today, but guess what? I'm still doing more than an hour, because I understand that either way, I have something more than yesterday. I'm always doing something more, baby. I understand that's why I understand to live my life much more fuller. I understand that's why I actually have more empathy, or else that's why I actually have much more skills to live my life, because I understand how my life is. Or else I have to understand my life all the time. I have to look at myself, I have to look at myself in the mirror, I have to understand to love myself and to look better than before. I understand that's how I grow. I understand that's how I actually live my life daily, because I understand to push myself and my courage every single day. I make sure to look good, make sure to feel good, I make sure to understand to abbreviate much more and to have more vocabulary in all my life, because I understand that what's happening right now is growth all the time. I understand always to be looking out for some ideas today. I understand to go and make sure that my life is better. And when I do that, I realize I have to do what's important, and that's called increasing my attention today. Otherwise, it's called recording myself and making sure I stay consistent every single day to make sure that I go and post everything online in YouTube daily, so that I understand that I must keep going and I must keep growing and keeping my nice, beautiful YouTube going, because I understand that's how I actually grow. I grow by courses. You understand? I make some courses every single day, and that's called my business every single day. Because that's how I understand that business is life. And I understand this, that health is life. So you have to understand that every single day you improve your health. You understand why nutrition is key and how I lost 47 kilos. I did it by becoming a vegan. I'm still a vegan now. Well, guess what? I understand I have to learn to stay away from the McDonald's. I have to learn how to stay away from KFC and the alcohol and the cigarettes and the caffeine. I realize I have to stay away from sugars and preservatives. You have to understand I have to stay away from most aspects of life so that I can love myself. I have to stay away from the crowd. I cannot follow people around. I can follow only I around in Jesus Christ. I can follow Jesus Christ around. I can follow myself around. Understand? But everything else, I understand you have to come toward me to get my information, because I have some value. Or else either way, if you're someone famous today, or else you have some information to give me. Understand? So I go where the information is, because those who create more success are giving more information. I promise you they build businesses and they have massive businesses of success. Why? Because they're very smart individuals. And our smart individuals are ones who actually have more information on how to do so. So if you want to create a massive business for yourself with employees and with people working for you, you have to understand to have more information. Although guess what? I realize it's only make sure that everybody's working for a common good and not for just you. You understand? Unfortunately, you have to make them work for something greater than themselves. You have to understand it's something greater than you too. So make sure that it's that kind of vision. You understand? It's not just about you, because it's about a greater vision than you. Well, that's what I work for. I work for making sure that everybody understands my legacy throughout life. You understand? I understand that's why I'm important. I'm important so much today. I understand that's why I love my life every single day. I love my life through freedom. I love myself because I understand I can stand up in front of a crowd all the time. I understand I can always practice. I understand that's why I make sure to hit the best practice balls ever, because I understand that what's a practice ball today is growth. I understand that's why I grow. I understand that's why I play a lot of my scenarios in my heart. I understand that's why I go and rotate my communication daily. Whereas when I do that, I'm always growing in a different way. I'm always making sure that everybody's inspired around me, because I understand the idea. I understand the idea of life, which is you. You understand you must make more ideas from that. You must understand either way, you must always make more and more and more and speak more and more. And even right now, you understand that even right now, you have a beautiful fruition in you to understand that either way, you're going to grow, you're going to understand that life is now, and even if you understand that no matter what, that life is odd. Because life is odd. So life is an odd number. You understand? Life is an odd number today because I understand the number one. I understand that number one understands to grow. You understand? You understand? Because everything that's number two today does not grow. And that's an even number. So realize that even numbers never grow. So either you're number one or number two today. I realize I see many number two today. I realize I see many number two people today. Although guess what? I realize understand this. The number two people are ones who are worse than yesterday. And now I'm better than yesterday. I'm number one. I understand that if you're better than yesterday, you understand, you're going to be somebody who's actually much more growing than most of the crowd. So realize that either way, I understand that's why I grow. Whereas that's why I understand to grow myself every single day, because I understand how to make you number one in your life. I'm number one. I put myself first. You understand? I see many people who are putting themselves as number two today. Whereas either way, I understand to go and make more courage and freedom, but the truth is how it is. You have to understand you never be hurt by words, because those people who get hurt by words are ones who never grow. Whereas I recently have many people who may judge me about words, but guess what? I understand that if you judge me about what I say, whereas that's why you don't grow. Whereas you don't judge words, you don't judge the wisdom, you don't judge God. You understand? Because if you judge God, you understand you never grow. Whereas if you judge the words that I say, you always judge God that way. And that way you'll understand to go and turn around your life and make sure you go toward God and make sure you never judge anything other than you. Because I understand that if you judge my words, whereas that leads straight to God. And that means that you're starting to die then. So realize never to die, and to realize to go and be in freedom every single day, because that's how I live in freedom. I live in freedom through skills and knowledge and making sure that everybody has what they deserve every single day. Because I understand that's how I live my life. I live my life away from the 9-to-5 job. I understand I deserve freedom worldwide every single day. I understand that's why I'm a public speaker. That's why I actually live my life to the fullest every single day, because I understand how to grow. I understand that's why my skills are very important today. That's why you need my skills. You need my skills. You need my skills every single day to understand you got me on YouTube for the next 72 years. Whereas I'm on YouTube right now. You can find me. Or guess what? Are you keen to learn? Are you keen to learn from a 20-year-old? Are you keen to learn from a 28-year-old young guy who is the number one in his life? You have to understand I'm number one in my life. You have to understand either way. I'm not old. I'm so young. I'm so young today to teach you something of life. You understand? You have to stay younger throughout life. And thank you very much. Whereas either way, I understand that when you're inspired, you're going to wave at people too. You understand? Because waving at people is very nice, so keep it up. You understand? Either way, you have to always wave. You have to understand to wave people a nice thumbs up too. You have to understand always to make sure to grow yourself either way. You have to understand that's called ideas. And when you're giving ideas, you'll grow today. Are you growing today? You understand to make sure to learn something every single day and to give some ideas every single day, because that's how you grow. I understand every single day, that's how you live life. You live life to the freedom. You live life to the fullest. You have to understand every single day, I'm always here to love life. Because when I love life, I always have more, don't I? And that's how I live life. I live life by giving more and receiving more, and understand that I am more like this, because I understand how to live my life. I understand I live it through courage and wisdom and loving life every single day. To understand that's how I do life. I do it smartly. I do it through common sense. I understand common sense every single day is change up your words and make sure you're just better and better and better, because that's how I do it. I do it in front of a crowd, and there's no skipping beats. I realize that growth doesn't skip. I realize every single day growth happens for a reason. Although the more you do, the more you deserve. Every single day, you just have to keep it up. You have to keep it up. You have to keep it up. You have to keep your work up. You have to do it alone. That's how I actually become more of a man, because I do it alone. I don't need other people to help me with anything. So understand that no matter what, you just need yourself every single day, and do what you must do what you can do every single day, because that's how you achieve the most. So if you have to tackle so much, you tackle so much in one. You do it all together. You understand? You do what you can do every single day, and that's why you can be the best version of yourself today, because that's what I need you to do. I need you to understand I help you with that every single day. Although I realize that many people will never walk my way because they're scared. Or they're scared of information. And if you're scared of information, that's why you have to understand that it's your ego taking over. Although I realize to never let and never allow information, or in terms of the ego, to allow you to understand that information is good, or that understand your ego is no good. You have to understand your ego doesn't want to learn. You have to understand your ego doesn't want to learn information. But guess what? You have to learn more. You have to learn more anyway. You have to understand that Albert Einstein says that the more you learn, the less of an ego you have. Although guess what? I realize that you're doing a lot of information, whereas that means you're going to have less of an ego also. You have to understand that those who never read have high ego. Understand? So never have a high ego in life. You have to understand each and every single day, it's important that you deliver. You must deliver what? You must deliver a message. You understand? You must deliver a message. You must have something to say. You understand? So when you have something to say, you have a passion. And when you have a passion, you're going to start doing it. And when you start doing it, you're going to love life. And when you love life, you're going to have more people loving their lives, because that's what it's all about. Because it's about making sure that everybody is loving their life today, because that's how you actually grow. You grow through more wisdom, you grow through more courage, you grow through more empathy every single day. Make sure you always do this as well. You have to do this as well eventually. You have to get up on the public speaking microphone. You have to start really lifting everybody around you. You have to understand that it's about great attitude today, and it's about giving ideas every single day and making sure that what you're doing today is going to be abundance. So understand that information is amazing. So have more information in your life. You can always follow me on Instagram. You can always follow me on YouTube every single day. Either way, you have to understand you have to go and speak to everybody and understand that everybody's a kid. And everybody's just like that kid. And everybody's like a baby. Well, guess what? Or else everybody's a baby today. Or else that's how you have to live life. You have to live life like a baby. You have to understand to be a baby. You understand? So that way you're going to be a being and you're going to be something incredible every single day. Or else every single day, I understand that's why I'm so free. I'm free to live my life every single day because I understand that's how I actually perform. I perform in front of a crowd, and then that's why I understand how to do so. I understand every single day I grow my heart, I grow in front of people, and that's how I actually become my discomfort zone. And it's actually amazing because I outperform myself all the time. And I just make sure to keep growing and growing. I understand then I actually make myself very famous because I always promote myself, and that's how I do it every single day. I always make sure to go and do much better. And that way I understand much better. I actually understand how to live my life. I understand how to give you skills. I understand how to give you some ideas every single day. Although that's why it's so important to do so every single day, because guess what? You have to practice something. You have to practice something on the microphone too. You have to understand that when you're on the microphone, it's so much better in front of people. Because guess what? Although that Netflix is not as important as public speaking on the microphone, helping people. Actually, it's much more important to help people today than anything else. Because when you're helping people, you're helping yourself then. You understand? Although when you're in front of a crowd, I feel electrified. I feel electrifying right now because I'm electrifying everything. I'm electrifying in a way that I understand I'm growing everything. I'm not destroying. I'm only growing. So I'm planting seeds and everything right now in you, in those who are watching me right now, because you guys are my real fans. In terms of who is watching me right now, you have to understand you heard from me somewhere. So realize either way, you can find me always on YouTube. You can always find me on Instagram. So realize you go check it out, get some ideas. You have to seek some ideas today. You have to understand what that is every single day. And understand that you have to be alone. You have to be doing it alone every single day, because I understand the one thing in my life that is growth today is actually performing, and it's really eternal life. I realize it's something amazing. I realize it's actually helping me to grow. I realize that I can breathe now. I can breathe in front of people. I can just relax. I can really enjoy myself as I public speak along this road, because I understand what's important is growth. So make growth your comfort zone. Understand? So when I grow up in front of people, I grow behind people, I grow everywhere. Understand? I make sure to lift everybody all the time. I make sure always to get some eyes and to make sure that everybody's lifting all the time. You have to be lifting all the time, baby. Otherwise, every single time, it's always very important to do so every single day. You have to understand every single day, I'm always making sure that you have what you deserve. I always have what I deserve. I have more information today than ever before. But guess what? You need me more than I need you, because I give you 600 hours of video content and nice, beautiful information that you need every single day. You have to understand, I give you information products. You understand? I give you information, so don't turn away from information. You understand? Because information is God. You understand? So if you turn away from information, because that's why you're egotistical. You have to understand that information is so important today. You understand? So realize either way that you are allowed to say whatever you need to say, because information is key. So never block yourself. You understand? I mean, never block your heart. I mean, never block your mindset from something good. And what is good today? Realize information. Whereas God sees this world as good through the Bible only. Whereas now, since the Bible is here, I realize that's why the world is good. Whereas without the Bible and without the information of the Bible, promise you, this world is evil then. I promise you. Promise you, the Bible is information. So do not go without information in life. You need more information. You have to understand that the world is only good with the Bible of the information. You have to understand the information Bible and Jesus' Bible today has information. And that's why the world is good. You understand? That's the only seed of life that's actually good. You understand? And that's everything. You understand? I realize that's everything. You have to understand what that is. I realize that's eternal. I realize that's life. And everything that grows from the Bible today is good. So understand that because the Bible is here, whereas God stepped foot into this world and said the world is good because the Bible is here. Understand? Whereas now that's why Jesus came here to do the work of God. Understand? And He done the work of God in the Bible. Understand? So realize that if the Bible is never made here, whereas everybody else will never have this. You'll never have these nice beautiful images that you see, because everybody will be dead. Because understand that this world will fall apart without the Bible, because the Bible is wisdom. You understand? You have to understand either way that without God you can do nothing. With God you can do everything. So realize that God chose you today so that you can understand that you're God because God chose you. You understand? Whereas when you're with God, you are God. You understand? Whereas when you're with Jesus, you're with Jesus and you're with God. You're actually a God with Jesus' name. You understand? And without God, you're only something like nothing. Although realize now we're all saved. So realize that's why it's so much more right now. You have to understand that either way, God needs you today to go and do God's work. Because that's how Jesus is doing it, and that's how you must do it, and that's how wisdom is done. Wisdom is done through growth. So the more growth you have in life, the better for you. So realize that's what you need to do every single day, and understand the important work of Jesus Christ every single day is more work ethic, and more work equals more growth, and the more you grow, or else the more you blossom, and the more you give, and the more fruitful you are, and the more ideas you understand, and the more richer you have God, and the more you have everything in your life come possibly into fruition, because you understand the Bible, you understand Jesus Christ, you understand how to go into a different order, you have to understand that it's a different way of life, to understand how you can actually get the information and speak it out, because the internal life of information is forever. So understand that you're forever for information. So understand you have to grow your information to become more, and that's the only actual aspect of life. So if you understand that somebody is more successful than you, understand they're doing it because they have more information. You understand? So that's the only aspect of life that you need. You need more information, and that's what I provide daily over the next 72 years is more information that you can tune into every single day. I tune into information also. I have mentors also that I tune into information products. I get the information products daily, and I love life like that. I always love life every single day, to love my life, to make sure that everybody has a life to live. So every single day I always love my life because I give information products every single day. I understand that's why I'm so important. You understand? Because I'm always doing God's work. And what's God's work? Well, it's called information products. So when you're giving information products, you understand the best commodity in life. You understand it's better than gold. You understand it's better than silver. You understand it's better than the world around you. Or else it's called information. So invest in it. You have to invest in self-education. You have to invest in information. You understand? Because that's what's going to make you bigger. Or else that's going to make you stronger. Or else that's going to give you everything you ever need. Although it's also going to make you smaller. Whereas information will make you smaller in some areas too. Whereas it's going to take away everything else that's not good for you. You understand? Whereas now it's going to make you minimal. Whereas it's going to make you a minimalist. You understand? Although guess what? You're going to become smarter. You're going to become more of a common sense theorist in a way that you're doing. You're going to be a doer of life. You're going to be a grower. You're going to be doing something for nothing. You're going to be loving life. You're going to be understanding that life is key in an individual who understands to grow. You have to understand oneself who loves life is one who grows. You have to understand each and every single day you're going to blossom, you're going to power through, you're going to make sure you're always performing on the street, you're going to do something. Because guess what? Or else I'd rather believe somebody who's given me 1 million hours worth of knowledge than somebody who hasn't. You understand? So either way, understand that those who understand to go do 1 million hours on YouTube right now, or videos, are going to be much more, and are going to have a better resume for life. Because there's somebody now. You understand? And you have to make yourself a somebody in something. So make sure you keep showing up for your work daily. Because that's how fruitful you're going to be. So the more you put in, the better you are. But just do your best. Or else every single day I'm doing my best. I'm always doing my best to perform. I'm always doing my best in front of you. I'm doing my best to grow myself every single day. Because I understand that's what attitude is. I understand that's what courage is. I understand that's how I actually get my information. I get it through the Bible. I get it through you. I get it through how you're actually standing right now. I actually look at you. I find out more about you. I understand how you look at me right now. I understand who you are. I understand that everybody around me is giving me some information today. I understand what's working and what's not. Although what's really working right now is my growth. Or else that's the most important. Or else what's important is that I grow. Or else you guys never have to share me around, although I'm growing anyway. You don't have to believe me. Or else either way, I believe in me. Now I believe in I every single day. So every single day, I'm always growing something. I'm always growing myself the most. So if you want to grow, you grow with me. You understand? You go follow me. Or else anyway, or else that's how you do it. Or else every single day, I'm always making sure I thrive. I'm always thriving. I'm never striving. I'm always never surviving. Although I'm thriving. I'm always living more. I'm I'm always giving you more because I deserve more. I understand more about life and about mindset, about leadership and about public speaking and communication skills. That's what you need. You need to grow. You have to outgrow yourself every single day. You understand that's what life is. Life is outgrowing yourself. And life is being in front of people and loving life. Because many people and many women today and many guys are just walking around and just having coffee and just really not doing much. You understand? I need you to do more than that. And you understand you have to be quick. You have to be really quick to make a legacy. You have to make a quick legacy. You have to make it big. You understand? To make it big, you have to start early. You have to start really soon. You have to start now. You have to start doing something now because never give up. I mean, there's still information here. So make sure you start developing yourself now. You understand? You can do it now. Whereas God doesn't wait for you because God is here. Whereas God needs you right now to come and lead for God. Whereas God needs you to come and read more and be happier in life because that's what eternal life is. For in eternal life, you can do anything. You can have sex. You can have anything because we're all growing together. Whereas nothing is in the background. You understand? So everything is in the spotlight while we do it. You understand? And that's how eternal life is. Although guess what? Every single day, I understand that no matter what, that you go and learn how to really be more. You understand? Because it's called information. Whereas every single day, I'm in front of a crowd, I make sure that I always be in the spotlight much more and more, and that way I understand more and more, and I love more and more, and I actually go and encourage people to be on the microphone because I understand it's very important to do so. I understand it's very much more of a leader who does every single day because I understand to word my words together in a different way and just speak and speak and speak. And it's like me speaking in my journal or that I speak on video. And now Tony Robbins says that it's much more effective to go do it on a video because you're in front of people and you'll understand that. Although I realize either way that my journal does help me so much behind the scenes when I'm not on video, I'm doing my journal and I'm writing my journal and I teach everything on my journal and I simplify my words in a journal. And I actually write and communicate in my journal about how to say something and how to plan something and what to say ahead of time with somebody and how to act with certain people a certain way because I plan how to do so. And then I plan it on camera too and I plan on how to actually live my life throughout my life. I understand to just keep doing this. I understand to every single day to just show up and to sing today also is something that I have to do. Or I understand I have to push myself to communicate. I have to push myself to sing. I have to push myself to do some music production as well. Or I understand every single day that what's important is that I go and just I realize I make my life coaching. I understand I make my life something great. I understand either way I have to do some music production today also. But guess what? I understand information is going to help me anyway. I understand that either way I'm helping myself grow here. I understand either way that my music production can wait because I understand I'm doing something much more important today because I understand my life coaching career is much more important than my music career. I understand either way, I understand that my life coaching career is much more important than my singing career. You understand? Because my life coaching career teaches me the most. I understand that's why I'm a life coach. I realized that's why I became a music producer after life coaching. But before life coaching, I was a music producer before life coaching. And guess what? I summoned up a nice, beautiful life schedule where I can understand to grow from my life. And now I can also make sure to grow my music with my life coaching skills. So it's really easy to do so, and it's really simple how to do so. Whereas every single day you must ask how to do so. How do I do it? I mean, how do I do it? I mean, how do I live life? I mean, how do I make $1 billion? I mean, how do I do this? I mean, how do I get her? I mean, how do I get everything? I mean, you have to ask yourself questions. You have to ask yourself why too. I mean, why do you need her? I mean, why do you need $1 billion? I mean, why do you need everything in life? I mean, why do you need that? You have to understand that you have to go list reasons down on how you can succeed every single day. So realize you list 100,000 reasons on how you can succeed today in your journal. I mean, just write a list of 100,000 reasons. And you understand why you're going to be successful? Because you can see then all the 100,000 reasons on how to be successful. So realize either way, that motivates you and that inspires you. And then you're going to say, this is the reason that I'll go with. And then you choose that reason and you'll say, this is why, because of confidence. And then because of confidence, I'm going to lift myself because I understand that's what actually helped me. I realize that's what actually helps me every single day. And it's called confidence and it's called courage every single day to give some ideas forward so that people can really prosper every single day because that's how we all love life. I love life every single day. I grow to the best of my ability every single day. I understand that's why my body courage and my body awareness and who I am every single day is very outperforming over here. Because I understand I always outperform myself. I understand every single day I give more than what I actually intend to do. And I always make sure to go boost my confidence like this. But every single day I can boost my confidence right now because I do it in front of a crowd all the time. I understand that's why I'm so famous. You understand? Because I'm so great. Because I give more information. I just do information products. Or that's all it takes. And it doesn't take anything. Or else you just make sure, you have to make sure and just invest your efforts. You have to invest your effort. Whereas there's a woman singing behind me because she's investing her efforts into the singing. I mean, when she invests to sing in front of a crowd, or else she's going to grow in front of a crowd, isn't she? Or she has to sing in front of a crowd. So that's going to help her grow. Understand? I have to public speak in front of a crowd. So that's going to help me grow. Understand? Because that way I can always do it. Understand? I promise you, if you never speak in front of a crowd, or else how are you going to learn how to do so then? You have to go and step up in front of a crowd and see how it is. Or you have to understand that every single day I do so more and more. I actually find out more and more how to be a leader, because that's how you actually live life. You have to go and invest the action to do so. You have to invest your action every single day to live a life worth living. You understand? Every single day I make sure to go in my ideas and to just journal my life down right now. I journal my life down. I understand every single day I can go and grab some soy milk today. I can go and grab some hummus today. I can go eat some bread today. I understand either way that's all I need, because everything else I have. I understand either way that I understand I can do my life right now. I understand that either way that I understand that most of the crowd from the past does not like me, but I understand they're inspired. And why is that? Because I have inspiration today. I have every single day an inspiration to understand my life and to live my life for free. I understand every single day I can go and plan my life on a video. I can plan my life forward. Because when I do it in a video, I understand it's much better to do it in front of you than in front of anybody. You understand? And that's why I plan my life forward. Because you never plan backwards, you plan forwards, and then you fall forwards. I mean, if you're gonna lie, you lie forwards. You don't lie backwards. You don't go backwards in life. You go forwards. You go forwards. You have to go forwards. Well, I guess we never call anybody an idiot, because that comes back to you. You understand? I promise you. Or else either way, you make sure to never call people an idiot, because then you're actually calling yourself then an idiot. You understand? Either way, make sure who is an idiot is nobody. Understand? Because guess what? Or as that way you understand that you go and grow. You go and grow people and you lift people, and you don't call people an idiot. Understand? You have to understand that that doesn't lift people. You have to understand either way, you go and lift people every single day. And you have to understand that you never be embarrassing. You understand? Or guess what? Whereas if you be embarrassing, you have to understand you go and lift people. You understand? Or else nobody's embarrassing over here. Or else it's just make sure that we lift people today. Or else that way we're going to understand what embarrassing is. Whereas embarrassing is called somebody who doesn't work or grow. Whereas now, if you're not growing and if you're not working, I mean, what are you doing there? I mean, you just what? I mean, what are you doing? You have to understand you go and grow. You go and grow yourself. You grow your man, you grow your husband, you grow your girlfriend, you grow everything around you. You understand? I mean, every single day, you make sure that you mark the ground as growth around you. Make sure everything around you is growing. And make sure that no matter what, that you're doing more than everything in the world. You understand that whatever you're doing today is important. I promise you that whatever you're doing today must be growth. Or that realize this, that growth is important as long as you're living. For as long as you're talking and as long as you're walking the talk, you're going to live life to the fullest. For those who are walking today are going to be far more successful than the ones who are dying today. You understand? So realize to walk more and you'll live more, yeah? Realize that way you understand, yeah, that you're going to really live life. You understand? Either way, just make sure you're growing. You understand? That's how I grow. Otherwise I walk more, I talk more, or else I just look better. You understand? Because that's what motivation I need. Otherwise every single day it's called courage. And it's making sure I have a heart every single day of gold and of something of wisdom every single day to live my life forward and to live my life in a better manner. Because I understand that's my attitude every single day. And it's called freedom. I need you to understand every single day that you have something better to do. You have something more to do every single day. So realize every single day you're going to really help your life forward. You understand? Because that's how we actually live life. Whereas we live life forward, don't we? Whereas you have to understand every single day to go and be an inspiration all your life, because that's how I need you to be. I need you to be an inspiration every single day. You need to understand every single day that we have to inspire people to grow. You understand? Because every single day I grow, I make sure I become a motivational speaker all the time. And I'm not anybody else except I. So I'm rich or better. I'm always a rich or better. I'm rich or better because I understand when I say that, I'm growing, aren't I? Because I understand that every single time I'm better than rich, I'm better than life, I'm better than everything. I understand that's how I actually love life. I understand no matter what, that I live my life to the fullest, because I understand that's how I really live life every single day. I live it in growth, I live it in front of people, I live it as I go along. Whereas now when I live in front of people, I understand that's how I really grow. I connect my words together and I just keep rotating every single day. I go and make something nice and beautiful and I just do it myself, because I don't need these other people to live my life for me, because I can do it. I can actually live my steps, I can live my life, I can understand how to man up, I can understand how to mature, because there's only one Danny Milivojevic, and you understand you'll find me on YouTube. But guess what? Whereas my name is not Danny Milivojevic. Whereas that's the name I go by every single day. Whereas either way, I understand my I intent. I understand why I have a dream. I have a dream and I put it onto paper, and that's why I achieve it. I achieve it in my electronic phone. I have an electronic phone, and I use a notepad, and I just post PDF files every single day online. I realize I post PDF files every single day online, and I understand why I upload everything online into a mega storage, because it's a nice beautiful storage cloud where I have all my information. And then I call that my website, because it's everything about me. Whereas I have 1 terabyte of information about me, and you go find it. I realize 1 terabyte. Whereas now, either way, I realize over lifetimes to go. I realize every single day is my lifetime. Whereas every single day is a lifetime. You have to understand that every single day, the more you talk in front of a crowd, the more lifetimes you'll live. You understand? Either way, you're growing. Whereas either way, you're going to do more. Whereas either way, you must be more. You must understand that if you feel the courage to do so, you just go for it. You understand? Either way, you have to plan forward. You have to understand that if you're really going to plan forward, you have to understand you have to go and plan really how much you need to succeed with. You have to understand either way, the more that you do, the better for you. You understand? So either way, you're going to grow. You must grow either way. You understand? You must grow, not be a loser. You must understand to grow, because a loser doesn't get you anywhere. But a winner does. But anybody who's a winner is somebody who has a great attitude today, and somebody who actually gives a investment in terms of our life to understand that you have to grow. You have to understand every single day. You have to understand every single day to understand there's always a better attitude that you can give and speak better all the time, because that's how you live in freedom. You live in freedom right now. Every single day, always have an idea. I have an idea to give every single day, because understand that's how you really live life. You live life through ideas. Whereas every single day, you have to understand to have a better image of yourself. You have to love yourself daily, because you deserve all the love in the world. You have to understand you deserve to love yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself. You have to understand that if you don't love yourself, or else suicide is waiting for you then. Or else I never need you to commit suicide. So love yourself now and lose the weight and look better and look stronger and have a better mindset and start public speaking right now, please. And understand that either way, please just make sure that you're always growing. You have to understand that you must read more. You must understand that no matter what, that most people think they're smart. You never think in the first place. You have to do it. You have to do smart. You have to understand to be smart is to do smart, or else it's never to think smart. You never think common sense. You just do common sense. You must understand that what you need, you must do it. You understand? You must do what you are in life, although do much better than you are today. Or else that's all I say every single day, is you have to be all you can be, as Jim Rohn says, and as Zig Ziglar says, and also as John C. Maxwell says. You have to be all you can be every single day. You have to understand that either way, you must grow yourself, you must grow who you are, you must understand that it's wisdom that you need every single day. You understand either way, your attitude is going to help support you every single day, so have a better one. You have to have a better attitude daily. You have to understand daily that a ritual of a nice, beautiful attitude is what you need every single day. You need a nice, beautiful attitude that's really going to go with you every single day. So what you're developing every single day is that. You're developing your attitude every single day, and that's called your habits. So the better your habits every single day, the better your life. So make sure every single day you understand to better your habits. You have to understand to go and discipline yourself, to stay away from certain aspects of life that is going to take away your money, and that is going to take away your life and time. Well, then guess what? Or else money is not important. Or else what's important is wisdom, and that's all the money in the world. You understand? I realize it's wisdom that you need. I realize everybody can hear me on my YouTube over here. I realize every single day I just go do my life. I realize either way I'm practicing in front of people and I live my life to the fullest, because I understand that who can hear me is I always make sure I'm growing myself either way. I understand either way I'm always much more courageous, aren't I? Because how? Because how? Because I understand I'm growing. I understand I'm always much more skills. I have more skills than everybody here. Because how? Because I'm growing in front of people, you understand? Because if you've got something to give me, come and give me a business card then. Whereas if you've got something more than me, come and give me a business card and show me that you've got more than me in life. Whereas I'll give you my business card right here if you ask for it. Whereas either way, I understand how I actually get treated. Whereas anybody who understands who's very smart is going to come and give me their business card and say, I need you to public speak over here. Understand? I realize either way, I realize that most people do not have that opportunity to give a business card of their own, because I understand that or else they have no business. So I have a business of gold. I have a business of God. I have a business of information every single day. You can follow me on Instagram and YouTube. Every single day, I'm always alive and well. I'm always alive and better than well. I'm better than life worth living. You understand? I'm better than life itself. Because I understand I believe in myself so much. You understand? Whereas every single day I'm always believing in myself, always making sure I have more, always making sure that I have much more to say and do and live and be and give. You get it? Whereas every single day I understand what that is every single day. Whereas it's called wisdom, or else it's called making sure you have more information, baby. You have to understand what that is. Or else it's called more happiness and more freedom and more courage and more ability. As I say, it's called ability and strength and courage to understand to speak in front of a crowd, whether you like it or not. Or else you speak in front of a crowd whether you like it or not. You understand? You have to do it all the time. You understand to go and do what you love to do only, and realize that one step to public speaking right now is going to help you right now. Although you have to do it. You have to understand to come and say something that you love to do every single day, because that's how you actually grow. You grow in front of people, and you understand that's why I grow daily. I grow daily because I understand that's how I really live my life. I really live my life through much more peace and through orientation of living life in the moment, because I understand that's how I really love life. I love life to the fullest, because that's how I understand to go and grow myself every single day on video and just look at people every single day long. Or as I look at you, I understand what you are right away. I understand who you are. I understand every single day that anybody who has something to say can come and give me their business card, because I really need to learn from you. I need to learn from you something. So if you got a business to give me, come and give me a business card, because that's how I actually get to understand you. Understand? So realize either way that if people do not have their business cards, realize that why you have to understand I always have my business card. But guess what? I realize most people don't have their business card. But guess what? I realize if people have their business card on them, realize that's how you're actually going to help solidify your success and actually entertain the crowd in the way of growth. Because what's important is entertainment. And now if you're entertaining people through speeches and through public speaking, you also have to inform them. You have to inform them, and you also have to persuade them. And you also have to teach them something. You have to understand, although, guess what? You have to also understand that every single day you must be selling yourself and selling your way of life and your persona, and making sure that what's important today is persuasion techniques. Because what's a persuasion? Well, it's called a convincing method. And what's a convincing method today? Or it's called a sales pitch. And what's a sales pitch today? Or it's called freedom. And now what are you selling? Well, you're selling freedom today. So you're selling, pitching, and you're selling and pitching freedom today. And then you understand that you're working for free, because understand that any type of salesman in the world, or saleswoman, or salesperson, or sales divine being, is going to understand that they have to sell something. So you sell some words today. You sell some words of encouragement. You sell some nice, beautiful wisdom and courage and techniques, and teach people how to sell on the street. Realize now, a salesman or saleswoman or sales divine being is not somebody who comes and knocks on your door. Because that's not really what it is. Whereas what it is really that they're helping you to grow. Whereas now, I did actually show up over here. I understand I'm showing up today to what? I'm knocking on your door, although guess what? You showed up in my life. I never came to your life. You show up in my life all the time, because that's how it is. I'm always making sure that I'm always bettering myself through sales. I'm bettering myself through personal development and health. I'm always more vital and strong. I love everything. I thank you very much. So do you have anything to speak with me about life with? I can have a nice beautiful interview with you over here. You can come and speak with me on the microphone. I have no worries. Or either way, I understand that I always invite people. I thank you very much. Or else every single day you can find me on YouTube. I'm here for the next 72 years, developing myself. I'm always making sure that I have an Instagram as well. I love myself so much. I'm a fashion model. I make sure every single day I have something to give. I have Jesus Christ in my life, and I understand that every single day that I give some more information to do so, I understand I get happier and happier and happier, because I understand information equals happiness. So that's why I do more information products, and that's how I become happier. I'm very positive because I'm giving more of my heart, and I'm really understanding. Or as most people are negative, but I'm giving more of my heart, because I realize that what's important is more information. So when I give more information, I understand. So either way, I understand when I give more information, I understand no lies, because I realize I'm not religious, although I'm just growing. I'm just growing. I have no worries. I've got nothing against religion. I see. I see that God doesn't want to hear lies, because anything that lies is something that's not reading information. Whereas anything that's negative is not growing. So anybody that's blocking information from their life is ignorance. And that's what God doesn't want you to do, because that's called suffering. So if you never want to suffer, you have to read more information. I realize it's more. I realize I thank you. Although I realize every single day that most people are very ignorant and the ego has control over them, and they understand to never go where the positive is. I realize that's why I go where positive people are, because I understand that when I see a drug addict or somebody, I understand to lift them with information, because that's what Jesus does. I realize now they love the outside world more. I thank you, boss, and thank you. I realize either way, understand that people who are living outside are drug addicts. You have to understand that anybody who's an outside type of guru is one that they believe in the outside world more than themselves. You understand? So when I live outside, you have to understand, I never live outside, although anything that's outside of me right now. You have to understand, I never believe in you, I believe in I, the most. So understand that if you believe in yourself the most, you never become a drug addict. You understand? I'm rushing now, if you love yourself so much, you never believe the people around you. You believe information. You understand? You believe information only, because that's what's going to lead you throughout life. Because it's called more information, because it's called more key, because it's called making sure that you have more love to give every single day. Because understand that when somebody talks, you just make sure that you just go listen. Because when you're listening, well, that way you're just giving more attention. So let them say what they want to say, and then just go and continue your life. Because that's how you actually live life. You live life to the fullest. You live life by giving ideas every single day. Or else that's the way I see life. Or I understand when I see life, I see it more clearly. I make sure I write my information down. I make sure I have more clear vibes going on in my life. Because that's how I actually see life. I see life through having more clarity every single day. Because more clarity means more life. And the more of a life you actually live, or else the more you're actually learning. So learn more every single day and learn to follow me for the next 72 years, because I'll teach you something. Over the next 72 years, I'll teach you something. Understand? Because that's the way you have to understand that it's growth that I teach you. You have to understand I teach you information. So every single day I teach you some information. You have to understand I teach you some food and drink and how to really live life and how to make a great legacy for yourself. And you can come and join me. You understand? You can come and join me in a public speaking seminar somewhere around the world and understand that no matter what, I'm free already because I understand how to live my life. I understand I don't need people's love other than I love. I only understand that I never need other people's love. I just got my love to give. I've got my own love. I don't need your love. I've got my own love. I generate my own happiness. I generate my own success. I generate my own richness. I make sure to go read. I make sure to go educate myself every single day. And then I go and do what I get educated upon. So when I get educated, I'm always educating other people. And that way, it's my biggest education. Whereas my biggest education is educating you about my life. Because that's what self-education is. Whereas self-education is called teach your life. Whereas teach your life and preach it every single day. Whereas when you're preaching your life, you love yourself. You understand? Whereas that's all you have to do every single day. Whereas you just make sure you're promoting your name. Whereas that's called self-education. When you promote your name, you actually have to understand how to market yourself. You have to understand to keep going. You have to understand to go and expand yourself and become more broad and become a life coach and become something worth living for. You have to understand that when you're living for something great, you understand why it's so important. And you understand why you can actually become great every single day, because you're actually worth it. You have to understand you're worth it when you say you are. You understand? I can call you worth it, but you have to say it yourself. I'm worth it. I'm worth it too. You have to understand every single day I'm worth it. You have to understand that if you don't call yourself worth it, or is that I can never say that for you. I can do anything though. I can say that you are worth it if you understand that you are. You have to understand that if you don't call yourself worth it after I call yourself in terms of I call you worth it and then you say that you're not worth it, well, that's your problem then. Whereas I've got no problems. Although just make sure you're talking yourself up better. Understand that either way, everybody needs help, and understand to gain more help from everybody, because that's how we're all going to grow together. Because guess what? I realize if the world's not growing, whereas the world is then dying and there's full of chaos then. Although since the Bible is here, because the Bible is full of information, and that's why the world is growing all the time. Because it's that Bible one idea that the Jesus of Lord, in terms of my life, gave me in terms of life, which is what? Or as it's called I. You understand? Or as it's called my I. I have a dream. You understand? Or else that's what Jesus gives me every single day. Or else Jesus gives me my love for myself. You understand? Because I learned from Jesus how to love myself. You understand? Or else now that's the ultimate key of information. Or else that's what I'm selling every day here inside of my nice beautiful program. Or else I sell my heart for information, and I teach you how to love yourself every single day. Because that's how life is. Whereas life is loving yourself every single day, and life is making sure that everybody else is provided for. and that you're providing something. You have to be providing something. So when you're providing something, you're providing information. You have to be an information product every single day. You have to provide something for nothing daily. You have to understand to every single day lift people and lift people and lift people and give something. I mean, give something for nothing and make sure that everybody else is lifted around you, and that way you'll always be inspiring. And you'll always be making sure that everybody else is inspiring, because that way you're going to be inspiring. And that way your kids are going to be inspired by you. And that way they're going to inspire many people, because everything must be inspiring. Do you agree? It must be inspiring today, because guess what? I'm inspiring today. I understand you can do it too, but you have to get on the microphone today. You have to do it today. You have to understand that's why I can do it, you can do it, or else everybody else can do it, or else you can do it too. Or else every single day you have to go and learn to level yourself up in front of people every single day, because every single day I deserve to live my life free. Do you? I mean, do you deserve to live your life for free? You have to understand, to do so, you have to have a great legacy. So it's either great legacy or nothing, or else you have to make a great legacy or nothing. Or else either way, I mean, 30 years from now, I hope you make a great legacy today. You have to understand, either way, do not give up on your legacy today, or else it's never too late. Or else make sure you're always helping around. Help around the community every day. Or else make sure you're doing something for nothing, and make sure that you're always much more prosperous and give more of your heart. Give your heart. Give your heart today. You have to understand you deserve it. You deserve to give some information today. Whereas now, you have to understand the 9-to-5 job limits you on your information giving. In a sense, so being away from the 9-to-5 allows you the time to give more information. In a sense, so make sure that you stay away from the 9-to-5 as much as you can, so that you can understand how to really live your life much more fuller. Because those who actually go to the 9-to-5 are the ones who have got nothing to give. In a sense, so realize it's not about 9-to-5 work, or it's about giving information and having passion, and a passion to succeed every single day, because you have to all the time succeed much greater than yourself every single day, and understand passion is freedom. So those who have freedom have more to give, or as they've got more love to give. I realize they've got more energy, or as they've got more vitality and strength and courage and more empathy to understand leadership and transformational leadership and Jesus Christ, and how to really understand the world around you. Because understand, no matter what, you must go lead today. You must understand leadership is a quality and leadership is a skill. So leadership is just living your talk and making sure you speak on a microphone. You understand? So either way, I understand most people never do it, because most people never believe in themselves, and most people never push themselves intentionally to grow. You must understand, to grow yourself intentionally. Because what am I doing today? I'm pushing myself to grow. And how am I doing that? I'm just communicating. I'm just saying anything that's different. I'm just saying anything that's different that I've never said before. Well, that's one way I grow. Or that I have to come here in front of a crowd and do it. You understand? I have to come here. I have to grab the spotlight from this place in a way. I never take it away. Or that, guess what? I just come here because it's for free. Understand? And I just grab the spotlight and I stay there. And I promote my name. And then eventually my name becomes great, doesn't it? Because guess what? I promote it. And there's no one else here with me. Understand? There's nobody else here with me except I. You understand? I'm only here with I. You understand? So realize that nobody else is promoting my legacy except for I. So anything that you see in terms of my legacy in 30 years time, in 70 years time, is because I created it. I chose to get up in front of people and to give the effort, because I believe in myself, don't I? So every single day I believe in myself like this, and I understand it's working. I understand my life is working every single day, because I've got something to give. I've got something to breathe about. I've got something of a passion to really understand how to live. Because I understand that's what I do every single day. I understand it's really, I can sing too. I can sing my nice beautiful song after this, or I understand I can record myself while at it. I understand every single day, either way, I'm really living life to the fullest. I'm making sure that no matter what, that everything is accounted for. You understand? Because when you're accounted for, you understand that you have to be accountable with yourself every single day. Because you have to simplify past tense also. You have to understand that anything you say that's fulfilled, for example, you have to understand that it's eternal life. And anything that's eternal life is fulfilling. So realize each and every single time you give a past tense, just convert it into a present tense moment. And then you'll understand why present tense will get you further than negativity ever will. You understand? So either way, understand that no matter what, you have to understand that past tense gets you backwards. I realize that anything that's present tense gets you now forward. Or as anything that's future tense is yet to happen. So realize that no matter what, you just do it now. You understand? You focus on the present tense only of life. Or I never need you to be future oriented. I never need you to be past oriented. I need you to be present moment oriented. I need you to be right now. You understand? Because that's how you actually grow. You grow through the moments. You grow through reality. Although you have an imagination, you have to write it down to achieve it. You understand? It's that simple. Now you have to write it in a book. you have to write it in audio, you have to write it in a video, because either way, I promise you over the next 10 years, I realize more entrepreneurs and more business people are getting into audio, writing, and video work. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing a YouTube channel over the next 10 years, and over the next 72 years, I'll be here and more. And understand you can follow me on YouTube and my Instagram. Whereas either way, understand I'm always much more excellent. You understand? Because 10 years of this, I promise you, either way, I'm much more successful. You understand? I don't need fame. I just need to be more successful. You understand? I just need more of my growth with me. You understand? Because I understand who I am. I understand I've got something to give every single day. I leave some information behind for the world to go and reflect upon about how they can succeed every single day. Because guess what? I made it work. I'm making it work much more. And guess what? It's really because of Jesus Christ that I understand that I can do this. I understand that every single day that it's because of Jesus Christ, Bible, and His information product from the Bible of God. You understand? It's called information product. And that's why I can actually come here and do this. You understand? Because without that knowledge, I mean, how can I actually do this? You understand? Either way, whereas that's why God is here. You understand? I realize God's here to make sure everybody's more successful. So when you're more successful, you understand why it's so privileged in terms of you have more privileges than ever to actually have more abundance in your life. So make sure you're always simplifying your life in a different way, and just make sure you quit the cigarettes and quit the alcohol and quit the clubbing. You understand? You don't need clubbing. You don't need to go where women are and where men are. I mean, just go where you are. You understand? I mean, just go where you are every single day. Or else I am all I need. You are all you need. You must understand to learn more, to grow more every single day. You have to understand that other people are not the solution. You have to understand that what's the solution is information. You go where the information is. I mean, just go for the information every single day. You have to understand I'm the solution because I give you information to really provide everything that you ever need. You have to understand I give you what you need every single day, but you have to follow me. You have to dedicate yourself. You have to understand you have to dedicate yourself to really learning. You understand? Approach learning is key every single day. You have to learn. You have to learn how to yearn. You understand? Because guess what? You have to understand how that is. You have to understand to yearn something is to really go for it. Whereas when you're yearning, you're going to really enjoy life. Whereas now everything else is a blessing. Whereas everything else is a blessed way to live life in the blessing of this moment. You understand everything is simplified into the moment because understand this moment encourages and this moment does everything. Understand? Because life is now and information is the spotlight. So realize that when you grab information, you also give it. And that way you have more of the spotlight every single day because you'll be more, you understand to pronunciate more, you understand to really lift yourself every single day because understand that's an idea. Because an idea is you. So make sure you grow your ideas and make sure you brainstorm. You brainstorm all the time. You're brainstorming your life. You're brainstorming how you're going to succeed today and how you're going to do better. I mean, when you're planning how to do better, you will do better. So focus on doing better and plan today, your life. And you have to understand to plan your life. So focus on planning your life on how to do better. And you understand always that what you focus on will be achieved in a way that you achieve it much better. So realize every single day, that is what you must do. You must do everything much better. You must plan all the time. You understand? You always have to plan. You have to plan your life. To understand to be excellence, to understand every single day to communicate better and much more clearer and be more pronunciated in the moments by pronunciating your life, fulfilling your life to the greatest aspect of your life right now. Understand? So either way, understand to use big commas and big punctuation marks and everything to understand that no matter what, that your financial literacy is the amount of giving you have actually given. You have to understand that whatever you're selling today, you're selling freedom, you're selling courage, you're selling peace and equity, you're selling something of great quality every single day. You have to understand to sell something for nothing, or to realize that something is very important and it's much better than nothing because something is like this information I give you, or that nothing is like never even starting in the first place. In a sense, so realize that nothing and those people who are nobodies will never start a video program like this, but somebody will. Understand? Somebody who's got something to say actually starts something like this and does it. Understand? Because I'm a somebody who does something like this. Although a nobody is a nothing who never will do this. In a sense, to realize to be a somebody or a nothing. You have to understand that either way, make sure that you never judge other people, but lift them only. I realize if you're looking down at people, you lift them only. You don't look down at people to kick them down. You don't do that because otherwise you'd be kicking yourself down. So realize don't call other people an idiot and don't cause violence with other people because if you give a hit, you'll gain a hit. You understand? So realize what's better is making sure that everybody has a helping hand and to lift them up is the best way of legacy and also leadership to understand that when I lift you up and I lift your daughter up, you understand why I'm a leader. Understand? Whereas either way, you understand every single day, I lift people. You understand? I lift people, and that's why I'll lift you all the time when you're watching me succeed. You understand? I promise you, when you're watching me succeed, you'll also feel obligated much more to succeed, because it feels much more obligating to watch someone succeed, doesn't it? You understand that when they're succeeding, whereas I'd much rather watch a successful man or woman. You understand? I'd rather watch a successful human being than a negative one who doesn't teach me anything. So every single day, I'm always teaching more and more. I'm always becoming more and more, and I understand that's why I love more and more, and that's why I give more and more, and that's why I be more and more. I understand that everything I have in life is promoting my name. You understand? I promote my name. I used to wear jerseys. I used to wear jerseys with all these basketball players. I see Kobe Bryant, for example. I used to maybe wear his nice, beautiful jersey. Although, guess what? I was like, you don't promote other people, you promote yourself the most. You understand? Either way, I understand that no matter what, I promoted other people's names in terms of jerseys, whereas now I promote my name the most. You understand? Because I understand that either way, I promote Kobe Bryant, because guess what? I realize that guy is successful in terms of his basketball career. You understand? But guess what? I understand that either way, you must also be more successful. You must be more successful than everything in life. You have to understand that the way is information. So never follow people, but follow information. And follow the information. And where is the information today? I've got 600 hours of information. You can come and check it out. I do a YouTube channel. You go check it out and start reading and start learning business skills and entrepreneurship and health and veganism and life and Jesus Christ and the Bible and how to do anything. Understand? Because I teach it. I teach you every single day. I teach you something for nothing. I teach you how to really live your life. I teach every single day to make sure that you have everything you ever need. Because that's what I do, baby. Or else every single day I do some information. Or else that's why you need to be important. You need to be important every single day. You need to understand that's why I understand every single day I do some attitude work. I do some attitude work on my kindness and my respect and who I am. And I look at people in the eyes and I understand that's why I look in my eyes. For example, I'm not blind. I understand that my ego is gone when I'm lifting you. Whereas when I'm lifting you, I have no ego when I lift you. I understand when I never kick people down. I understand when I do this, I understand I'm lifting my forward. I'm lifting my foot forward. I understand I'm lifting my mindset forward. I'm lifting in Jesus' heart right now. Or else everything is right now lifted because Jesus is here. You understand? So either way, understand that Jesus is right now through us speaking. You understand? Although realize that those who are really, really more awakened, I promise you they're the ones doing more. I promise you they're the ones being more. I promise you they're the ones giving more and more of their heart every single day. So anyway, whereas either way, you have to understand that ideas is everything. So when you're giving more ideas, you love more, you feel more, you'll be more blessed in your life. So when you're more blessed, you'll be more fulfilling in your life. So realize that those people who are blessed, you have to understand that they're more blessings. You understand that approach to blessings. You'll be more of a blessing. You say that. You have to understand that either way, that everything is simplified, and all words are simplified into the moment. And you understand that when anything's simplified, you understand that it's all simplifying in terms of life. So you understand that equity of life is simplifying. Understand? And that way you understand to go and better your communication skills from past tense to present tense, and you understand that's why I'm here. I'm here to better my life. I'm here to improve my skills and communication skills daily, because understand that convincing people is the best way to go. Do you understand? First, you have to convince people of what? You have to convince them of information. You have to convince them of you. You have to convince them of what you have in life. And what do you have? I mean, what do you have to give me? I mean, I've got some 600 hours of video content to give you. I mean, what do you have to give me? I mean, what do you have to give me every single day? Understand? Every single day I've got something to give you, though. Understand? I realize that's how I really grow. I really grow through really understanding how I speak. And when I speak much better, I speak clearer. I speak much happier. You understand? I'm here for the next 72 years for your kids and kids and kids and kids and kids to come and learn from me, because I understand I leave something behind for generations. And what's that? I realize it's what Jesus left in the Bible. I realize it's called information products. I realize either way, you understand, you must grow. You must understand, you must grow and motivate people daily to be more. You must understand to be more is to love more, and to have more of what you need daily is to really understand that you must always do more and love more and feel more blessed in a way that you're feeling more like a blessing every single day. To understand that's why I'm free. I'm always free much more to live my life, because I understand that those who chase me get me. You understand? Because if you never chase me, I'll never chase you. Because I understand my value. I've got so much more to give you than you do me. Alright, so either way, understand that's why I'm valuable. I'm valuable every single day. I always got a heart of something great. You understand? Because I feel great. I feel greatness every single day. I've got something to give you. I understand that's why I do it one step at a time every single day. I understand that's why I'm free. I understand either way that my work is done here. And now you have to understand that when my work is done, I keep on growing. You understand? I keep on growing. I keep finding those nice, beautiful ideas to give you every single day. Because I understand that my work is never done. Understand? I'm always finishing more. I'm always doing more. I'm always loving more. I'm always making sure that what you have today is more love and peace and beauty. Because I understand my beauty today is information. And now when I give more information, I understand that's why I have a beautiful attitude, don't I? Whereas I have a beautiful attitude because I go and give it more and more and more. I give it clearly. I give it nice and punctually in a way that you understand me. You understand what I mean? You understand every single day. What I mean is I have a dream today to understand that no matter what, that everybody needs more information. So I give more information daily. Understand? And that's what you have to understand. The ideas is everything. Understand? So when you're coming to the table, I mean, what are you bringing? You're bringing some ideas to the table, baby. I need you to understand, I need some ideas from you, because if you have no ideas, you've got nothing to give me then. I never need your plastic money. You understand? Although, guess what? First, if you want to give me plastic money, I'll receive it. Understand? Either way, understand that what you need to give me that's more valuable than plastic money is ideas. First, your ideas, I need some ideas from you. First, now I've got so much ideas on the table over here. First, it's for free. Understand? I promise you now. First, that's what makes me famous. You understand? First, when you're giving more ideas and ideas, you understand why you're helping more people, and you understand why they're going to make you famous. Because who made you famous? You did. And that's why you're giving more ideas, so you can become more famous. Understand? So when you're giving more ideas and more information, you understand why it's so much easier to become famous? Whereas it's so easy, you understand? Because you're just much more in your field. Whereas you're the best in your field. Understand? I realize that you're the best out there in terms of life. Although guess what? You're never out there. You're inside. You're living inside every single day. You're spiritually making sure you're growing. You make sure that you're communicating in a different way all the time. Understand? Because that's what an excellent attitude is. And it's called Jesus Christ today. And so I realize Jesus Christ today has the best attitude. So we realize to learn from God about the Bible, because the Bible is wisdom. You have to learn wisdom every single day. You have to understand to go tune in to life every single day and push yourself to oblivion in a way that you understand you're going to grow. You understand? I realize you must grow in oblivion in a way that you're growing. You understand? So never go to hell, because hell is never learning. You understand? So you must learn something. You must learn. So understand, to go to heaven is to learn more information product. And every single day, you learn and learn and learn. You understand why you have me for the next 72 years on YouTube and Instagram. Because guess what? I'm here to give a legacy. I'm here to give you something, baby. Because I'm here to understand that you need some information. You need some information today, because guess what? If you don't need information, or else if you don't need information, you understand why that's not successful. You understand? Because I give information only, because that's what love is. First, love is information. So the more you give love, the more information you give. So give more information daily, and you understand why you're so much smarter than more people in terms of life, because you actually become more that way. You understand? You become more when you give more. So give more ideas, and you'll become more like a great legacy. And who is a great legacy today? Whereas now you have to achieve more than that. You have to understand that whoever inspires you today, you have to be better than that. And why are they so inspiring today? Or else they're giving some information, aren't they? You have to give some more information today to be more inspiring than them. You have to do more than them to be more inspiring than them. You understand? So that's what I'm doing here for the next 72 years. You understand? I'm doing it here every single day. Because guess what? I'm just giving you information, baby. Because I understand that no matter what, I'm unlimited in my growth. I'm unlimited in my nice, beautiful capacity, which is what? Or else it's called an unlimiting field of life. Because I am an unlimiting field of life. I understand I'm eternal. I understand I am something infinite. I understand I'm something infinity and beyond. I understand? Because I understand my information is like that. You understand? It just keeps them going. And then guess what? Or else in Jesus Christ's name and in Jesus' eternal life with God, or else I watch my work come into fruition, and people are just going to learn from me, baby, for the rest of eternity. Because guess what? I realize that those people who don't do much, or is that when they go to eternity with Jesus Christ, or else God's going to say, that's all you planted. Or that's all you really did all day. Or that's all you did. Although, let's watch something else, and let's do something else now. And then, although guess what? Or when you are doing so much more than everybody else, and then you go to eternity with God and Jesus Christ, and God says, that's what you did. Or you did the most work here. Although guess what? You are going to be able to watch yourself now, aren't you? Because you did so much work in this world. So guess what? Your work is going to be blossoming everywhere. And people are going to be talking about you and your name. And that's your work. And that's your seed. So guess what? The bigger name you have in life, the more you're going to be in eternity watching your name fulfilled. You understand? So understand that if you become a nobody, and then you go to eternity, and then you see, you're already forgotten after 3 generations. You understand? Whereas either way, understand that you'll never be forgotten. Understand? And that's what Jesus here is for. Because guess what? Is Jesus ever going to be forgotten? Probably never. Probably the guy will never be forgotten. Because why? Probably will never be forgotten. Why? Because he has a Bible that he written so much knowledge into. You understand? And he will never be forgotten. Because guess what? Or that's a great legacy, isn't it? Or that's why Jesus has a bigger legacy than everybody here. Because guess what? Or else either way, I can do more than Jesus. I can do more than Jesus right now. So realize no matter what, that Jesus always has a greater legacy than me. Because Jesus came first, you understand? So either way, or else, you must understand that if you came before Jesus' time, you must be able to do the Bible before Jesus. Or else now, is that courageous? Oh, that's so courageous, isn't it? I mean, just go grab 12 disciples and just go make your own Bible of life, and then just go and die and then just come back into life. And just come and show yourself after 3 days. And just, you understand what I mean? So realize how courageous God is. Understand? So realize that's what God can do. I mean, you have to understand either way. You have to understand that if you understand the Bible, you understand information, you understand why it's so much of a privileging aspect of life, because nothing is privilege. But guess what? I realize we're all privileging. And when we're privileging, I realize we're giving something. I realize we're going to give some nice beautiful scenarios every single day. We're going to give some ideas every single day, and going to really understand that we're going to live life to the fullest, because that's how we're going to live it, baby. Or else we're going to live it something much better. Or else we're going to live it now. Or else we're going to be in a state of trance in a moment where we're going to give knowledge and knowledge and knowledge, and knowledge equals freedom. You understand? Knowledge means equality too, and it means I love you equally just as everybody else. You understand? Because that's how life is. I thank you very much. I need you to watch out. Or else, don't worry, you just get yourself back up. I love you too. I love you always. I thank you. I love you. I thank you. Or else every single day, just understand that no matter is ever laughing at you, because I never laugh at anybody. I understand we all lift each other up. I understand either way. I understand that your life must be more precious. And when your life is more precious, you'll do Jesus' work every single day. You understand that information is power. And then when you understand that power will get you everywhere when you have more information. And then when you have more information, you'll do God's work. And you understand why you're happier. You understand why you're more confident. Because information. You have to go where the information is. You have to teach your kids information. You have to teach them self-education. You have to teach them something of quality every single day. You have to teach them something that's really going to grow them really quick. And what's that? Or else public speakers will teach your kids. I promise you. Who else? Would you rather go for a homeless man or a public speaker? Or else go for the public speaker. You understand? I realize you must grow, baby. You must understand. It's either you're going to grow to a homeless man today, or you're going to grow to a public speaker. Whereas it's one or the other. I mean, where do you need to grow? Do you need to grow into a homeless man or a public speaker? I mean, one way or another. I promise you, it's one way or another. I promise you, either way, grow to a public speaker today and not the homeless man or woman. Understand? So realize, you have to understand, you have to grow yourself either way. So grow yourself, and you understand why you can find me for the next 72 years in YouTube and also in Instagram daily, because I give some ideas on the table. I give something for nothing. I give you something of precious quality that is what? Well, information is precious. You are everything that's information today. You're the sum up of all the information you have. You understand? So realize that's your richness and that's your abundance. So what you have to do daily is you have to go and grow it. You have to go and seed it. You have to go and plant it. You have to go and give it. You have to go and make videos upon it. You have to understand to make it your passion. You have to understand to be passionate about it. You have to understand to go and make an attitude about it. And you have to understand to go and stand for it. You have to understand that either way, oh boy, understand that no matter what, understand Zig Ziglar, when you understand that what you give to other people, you will always get in your heart. Although guess what? Or is that what you give in terms of life, you have to understand that what people really want is what you must give them, and that way you'll get what you want. As Zig Ziglar says, you have to understand either way, understand more, and you understand why it's so much more in life that you live life to the fullest. And are you able to breathe now? Are you able to breathe when you go life to the fullest? Are you understanding why? Do you understand why more is something precious? I mean, do you understand when you're going to the life of itself in terms of the waterfall, and you understand why the stars are bringing in your eyes, and you're just looking at it, and you understand why it's so much God, and you understand why it's so free? Because guess what? The pigeon is there, and when the pigeon is there, you understand why the pigeon grows from the waterfall. You understand? I realize when you go into the waterfall, you understand, you see everything there. You see the monkeys, you see everything. Because why? Because I realize it's because nature, because everything there is happening. You understand? I realize everything's happening in the moments of life. Because guess what? When you're going in the imaginational world, you understand why you can fly a jet. You can go and fly everything you ever need. Because guess what? It's going to help you there. Whereas it's called Jesus Christ. Whereas Jesus Christ is waiting for you here. Whereas now you have to understand no matter what, that you understand the go and the metaphors of life. You understand why that's so important. You You understand why excellence is over there in the moment. You have to understand that no matter what, that the moment is setting you free right now. Because guess what? The moment is a waterfall right now, and the waterfall is understanding that no matter what, you must grow. You must understand that either way, that you must go to oblivion. You must understand that oblivion of growth is everything. Or that guess what? You have to understand that oblivion is just a word, isn't it? You have to understand oblivion means growth. You have to understand that either way, you have to understand you have to grow. You have to grow courage. You have to grow trees. You have to grow fascinations and nice, beautiful melodies in your mind. You have to understand to sing synchronies and synchronizing abilities of what? I mean, of consciousness. Every single day, you have to be conscious of your life. Every single day, you have to go into that broadness of capacity. You have to look at the stars every single day. Understand when you look at the stars, you'll grow somewhere there, because that means something big, because you become a star. You get it? You become a star. And then understand that no matter what, greatness is a star, and everything is nice and beautiful. And you see a meteorite, and you understand why the meteorite is so big, because that's your knowledge, and you're giving it into the world. Understand? And that way it's going into the galaxy somewhere, and it's going to divide, and it's going to help people in the galaxy. And which kind of people? I realize all the stars in the galaxy is all the people in the world. Understand? And that way you're going to understand why people are going into different worlds over here, and everybody's different over here. Because guess what? I realize we're building spaceships over here. I realize we're doing something amazing. I realize we're going somewhere in a nice, beautiful imagination center over here. And guess what? No matter what, when we go there, we're going to understand why empathy is. Whereas empathy is something big. Whereas empathy is on trees. I realize empathy is everywhere in terms of life. Because why? Whereas we're using metaphors. I realize we're using grammatical skills over here, because we have to look at the trees. We have to look at something that's really beautiful, like a sunset, and that's really going to help us move forward every single day. Because guess what? I realize when you see a nice, beautiful hyena, you understand why he actually loves life. Because guess what? Whereas everything loves life, doesn't it? Whereas everything you have to make sure that either way that you're really understanding life. You understand? Because guess what? Realize the hyena walks on nice, beautiful grassland. You understand? Because guess what? We're walking the same road as the hyena. You understand? Because guess what? Either way, we have to grow. Whereas everybody has to grow. Whereas the lion is very much more privileging when it's a lion, isn't it? Whereas now we have to grow like a lion. You have to grow like a lioness. You have to grow something very beautiful. You have to make some cubs. You have to understand when you make some cubs, you're going to teach them Jesus Christ to those cubs. You're going to understand no matter what, you're going to grow your aspects of life. You're going to go and look at pigeons. You're going to look at parrots. You're going to look at some nice, beautiful, whatever you need in life. You're going to see the snake. You're going to lift it. You're going to lift the snake and you're going to kiss it. You're going to kiss the snake. You're going to kiss the crocodile. You understand? You're going to kiss it. Because guess what? It loves you. Whereas the crocodile loves you. You understand? And first, when you look at a crocodile, first you come and pat it on the head. You understand? First, that way, you're going to love life. First, you're going to love life when you pat a crocodile on the head. First, either way, you're going to realize that really quickly you're going to grow that crocodile. You're going to grow that being who is you. You understand? First, you're going to grow something really quickly. You understand? First, when you're growing, you understand why you're never dying. You're never dying when you grow. But guess what? I realize that imagination is powerful when you put it into fruition, and it takes you into some nice, beautiful spinach land, and you go with Popeye somewhere, and you go to cartoon land, and you understand why you have Bugs Bunny over here. You understand every single day. You understand Daffy the Duck too. You understand why you can go and play basketball with them in a nice, beautiful jam style with Michael Jordan. You understand? Either way, you have to understand no matter what, you have to go and do much better. You have to understand either way. You have to understand Space Jam. You understand the movie Space Jam. Although, guess what? You have to learn, baby. You have to learn something. You have to be more privileging about yourself. You understand? You have to show yourself more. You have to show who you are. I mean, come and public speak with me. I mean, come and join me around the world somewhere. You have to understand that every single day is called leadership. You understand? And realize it's something amazing. It's make sure that you're really quality every single day, and making sure that you love yourself every single day. Because that way you're going to grow. You're going to really show yourself every single day. Because guess what? Realize that's called ideas. When you're understanding ideas, you're going to understand that's why we call love and freedom and giving. Every single day is a blessed material. In terms of a blessing, to give something of nothing in terms of something. You understand? Because when you're giving something, you're going to give more than nothing. You understand? Because we're going to be more than nothing today. Because we're going to be something that's growing. Because anything that's nothing is a comfort zone. And when people are living in their comfort zone, I realize they're turning away from God. Because guess what? Well, that's what I did. I never wanted to learn before. I mean, why? But guess what? I kept myself interested, didn't I? I kept myself interested throughout life, and here I am now. Whereas now I did turn back from God before in some areas, although I wasn't learning really. I wasn't learning really quickly, but now I learn really fast, don't I? Because I'm in front of people. I'm in front of people really making sure that everybody has information and nice, beautiful empathy skills to understand why we can go long, and we can also make sure that we go into the mindset and make sure that we go into us in terms of our life, in terms of I. You have to understand I is everything, and I is more than we, and I is more than us, and I is more than ours. You understand? I love I all the time. You understand? I, baby, I need you to say I. You understand? Every single day, I understand that's why I'm free. You understand? I'm free because I go my I. I go to the I direction. I realize that's why I understand to go where the peace is and the courage is, and to obliterate. I obliterate everything in growth. You understand? I make sure I destroy everything in growth. Well, guess what? When I destroy everything in growth, I grow it, baby. You understand? I never destroy anything. You understand? I just make sure I destroy nothing that's really precious. You understand? I never destroy anything. Because guess what? I realize I never destroy I. I always grow my I. Always make sure that I communicate in a way that's never been done before. Because that way you're going to do it differently. You're going to understand that's why your mindset is where your ego is. So watch out for the ego and make sure that either way you're growing yourself while you're with your mindset. You understand? So realize that either way you must grow yourself and you must become the best version of yourself. Do you agree? You have to become something more than what you are. You have to understand to become more in terms of life. You have to understand that either way, more is always going to be more blessings. You understand? More blessings equals much more empathy and much more friends and much more of a family. Because everything that you ever need in life is in the imaginational world. But guess what? You have to do it in reality, don't you? You have to understand that either way, you have to write it down every single day. You have to look at your heart. You have to understand that your heart is called information. Whereas information is everything, and when you're giving information, you'll be greatness. Do you agree? You have to understand information is all you're giving. And so realize the more information you give, the better of an achiever you will be. You understand? You'll be more of an achiever. You'll be more of an achiever every single day when you give more information. So realize every single day I'm always giving much more of my heart. Understand? And why is that? Whereas I achieve more, I do more, I'm more great that way. Understand? I realize I have more fruits in my life because I'm giving more, baby. I understand that's why I have a great attitude every single day, because I'm always making sure that everybody is accounted for. And when they're accounted for, I realize everybody is accountable. I make everybody accountable. Thank you very much, sir. I always understand to watch out for what you eat every single day and be careful every single day much more, and make sure that every single day you go and learn what you eat, and learn how to lose weight, and learn how to become a vegan, and learn how to understand Jesus Christ, and learn about everything, you understand? Because that's what the school of life is. I promise you, the school of life is much better than high school. I promise you, every single day, I promise you, in life, you cannot jig life. I promise you, there's no jig in life. You can jig high school though. Realize high school, yeah, but life, no. Whereas if you jig high school, you have to understand you gotta learn something. Although guess what? I realize that something is more important than high school. I realize it's something that you're learning only, and that's why you can't jig high school. Because high school is not important. Because what's important is self-education and teaching yourself how to become a leader. Because guess what? Whereas who taught me how to public speak? I did. I do now all the time. I teach myself everything. I teach myself how to public speak. I teach myself how to be in front of you, leading you right now into a better life. Because guess what? I realize you need more information today, so you can find more information on my YouTube channel and Instagram over the next 72 years. Whereas it's that simple. Whereas now understand that no matter what, that you have to public speak too. Otherwise it's called homeless man or woman. And so either way, I never need you to be homeless. I need you to be a public speaker. So which direction are you going in? Because either way, you have to understand you must be more than yourself every single day. You must understand to go and give your mindset, and how does your mindset feel about it? Because that's called something that you have to understand. You have to go with the eye all the time. You have to go with the eye. You have to understand to go look people in the eye and understand that either way, you're going to grow. You're going to grow daily today. You have to understand you have to go and be much more than you are every single day. You have to go and be much more than you are. To be more than you are every single day. I say all the time. I say all the time, you must understand every single day, you must be more than you are. Understand? Every single day, I realize every single day, you must understand why I go into my heart. Whereas I go into my heart because I understand that the mindset is always going to what? Whereas it's always going to be in the moment. Understand? And so is the heart. Because the heart is always combining something different, and so is the mindset if you be in the moment. Or to realize that the moment is so key today that you have to be working all the time. You always have to be growing. You have to be growing. So I've been growing here for some time now. Although guess what? I realize I love to grow, don't I? Whereas now when you understand that no matter what, you go and sell something, you're going to sell what? You're going to sell information. You're going to sell yourself. You're going to sell your face. Because your face is your company. Whereas your brother's not your company, your daughter's not your company, your dad is not your company. Your face is your company. So brand yourself and look at my Instagram and check out my ideas and check out how I brand myself and how my company goes. Understand? I mean, just look. I mean, just be interested every single day. I mean, that's what you need to do every single day. So realize every single day I go and do my life much better because I understand that is how I live my life. I live it much better. I live it much freer. I understand that's why I develop much more skills because what kind of skills do I develop? I develop informational skills. I develop how to communicate myself into greatness because I understand that's how different I go. I go a different way. I go a new way. I go a way I've never done before. Because I understand what's important is a life worth living every single day. I understand every single day I live something greater than everything in life. Because I understand what heart is every single day. I understand how to live my life every single day because that's what I do every single day. I realize every single day I make sure that everybody has what they deserve. Otherwise that's what an excellent attitude is. Otherwise it's called make sure everything is empathy. Otherwise make sure that you understand that you must go improve yourself daily. You must improve yourself daily. You must improve yourself daily, and that's how you're really going to improve yourself daily, aren't you? You have to understand every single day, you must grow yourself. You must grow thyself. You must love thyself. Because that's how you really understand the Bible and you understand life itself when you grow daily and daily and daily and daily and daily. You have to understand every single day Jesus needs you to grow. I need you to grow every single day. I need your daughter to grow. I mean, come and follow me for the next 72 years. You understand you'll learn something every single day. You understand that's why I'm so important because I'll teach you something about life. I'll teach you information. So never turn your back. Now, I mean, never turn your back on information. You understand? I mean, just because you're 50 years of age doesn't mean you cannot learn from me when you can. You can learn from me all the time. You understand? You can always learn from a baby. You understand? I mean, don't turn your back on information. You understand? I mean, if you turn your back on information, I realize it's because you're dying. You understand? So never turn your back on anything that is information, or else you go where the information is. You have to understand that no matter what, you never call anybody ugly. You make sure that you only judge yourself. You understand? I mean, just make sure you're lifting people. You understand? I realize that's how you actually do your life. You do your life in front of people. You make sure either way you're going to, either way, be proactive. You're going to be something productive much more. But you understand now this. You understand this is what you need to do every single day. You have to understand that either way, I am accounted for in a way that I'm accountable. I'm taking responsibility every single day to get myself on the street and do a street performance of public speaking nature. And you can catch me on YouTube every single day. You can find me on YouTube in Danny Milivojevic Instagram. And you have to understand that no matter what, I understand that's how I live my life. I live my life to the fullest, baby, because I understand veganism. I understand I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan, baby. You have to understand that either way, I live 7 years longer than a meat eater. You understand? I live longer. I have a better life. I have a better life. I'm more privileging to give you all of my information. You understand? Because I privilege myself all the time in my products. Because what my product is helpful. And it's something that's really going to help you really swallow your pride down into growth. And then you understand why you can grow daily, and you understand why you never expect people to come back. Whereas when they say they're going to come back, whereas they never come back, you understand? Because if they come back, whereas now, why did you come back for? Whereas you never come back, you understand? You have to keep moving forward every single day. So realize you never rely on people who say they're coming back to see you. You have to understand you never come back. You're just coming forward. You're coming and making sure that every single day you're going to lead your life, you're going to be great today, because I'll be your mentor for the next 72 years on YouTube, you understand? Whereas every single day you have to come and read from me. Every single day I've got some information to give you. Whereas every single day I understand that's why I'm so important. I understand when I live my life to the fullest, I understand no matter what, that I go and appreciate my life daily. I understand I appreciate my life daily, and I make sure that everything is accountable, because I take responsibility in the way I invest responsibility. I never take your responsibility. I make sure everything has much more of what you deserve. I realize it's information I give you all the time. You have to follow it. Understand? You follow information every single day. You have to understand that information never lies. For those who have more information to give you are the ones more responsible. Understand? So be more responsible today by having more information to give. Understand? So when you have more information to give, you'll learn more information first, and then you'll go give what you learn. Understand? And then you'll understand what business is, and it's called make sure you understand entrepreneurship, and making sure you're giving courage and giving confidence and giving everything they ever need. Or they understand that if you're not a great communicator, well, this is because what? Or this is because you're not learning something. So if you're a great communicator and then you lose your conversational skills, or else that never happens. Or else it happens only when you stop learning. Understand? Well, guess what? Or else your wisdom is always going to stay your wisdom. You can only increase your wisdom. Understand? So increase your wisdom daily as fast as you can, and you understand why you can be a success faster right now and sooner than later. Understand? So realize that's the whole key. is really understanding to improve yourself daily, really fast and really quickly, is to be adaptable, to change every single day, to understand why it's so amazing to do so daily. Or as it's called, make sure that every single day you understand excellence, which is what? Or as it's called, consciousness is excellence. You understand? Because every single day, those who understand consciousness will understand why they can become more aware daily. And that's the day they become more alive. You understand? So when you're more aware, you're becoming more alive daily. And you're becoming much more than yesterday. So that's the whole point of living life, and that's the whole point of why I coach you. I coach you in a way that you understand I'll sell you on what I have. And when I sell you and I keep selling you much more and more, I'll learn how to do so much better. You understand? So when you're doing it, you don't have to speak to other people to sell yourself. I mean, what you have to do is just learn to speak in front of people, and you don't have to talk to them. You just talk to them on the microphone like I am today and sell yourself as much as you can. And then you'll learn how to be a sales divine being. You understand? You'll learn how to be a salesperson or a sales clerk or a saleswoman or a salesman. You understand? Because selling is convincing and persuading. So when you're persuading people to come and check you out every single day, you come on the street and do a busking performance and a street performance and just sell yourself. I mean, just sell your name. Just sell your information product. I mean, sell who you are. I mean, sell everything about your passion and about what you're doing every single day, because that's convincing you of a better method, which is what? Or as it's called, faster communication, and quickly making sure that you renounce your life in a better way. You have to understand, every single day, I'm always here developing myself. You understand? I'm always developing myself in front of people. You understand? I have to understand every single day, I have to develop myself quick. I have to be fast. I have to be proactive. I have to be productive daily. I have to understand, I give you information quick. You understand? I have to understand, I'll travel the world quickly. You understand? I never do it slowly. I'm the bunny rabbit who grows fast. You understand? I grow fast, baby. I grow fast. I grow faster than a turtle. You understand? So every single day, I understand, no matter what, you must always grow. You understand? You must grow life, you must grow yourself, you must grow your kids. Do you agree? You have to agree with that. You understand? So what do? You go follow me right now. You deserve it. You deserve to follow me right now. Whereas either way, I understand that my communication skills is improving right now. I'm improving because guess what? Whereas what am I doing? Whereas I'm providing information, providing skills. I'm providing courage and ability and sales skills right now. So either way, or else I get some funny looks. Well, guess what? I'm funny. I'm funnier than ever. You understand? So guess what? I deserve some funny looks, don't I? You understand? So either way, I understand that no matter what, I deserve what I give only. I deserve who I am. I deserve a greater life. So that's why I'm here today, to understand that no matter what happens, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you the best aspect of life right now. And it's called information daily. You understand? Well, it's something you need daily. You realize it's something that you really have to understand, that no matter what, that when your microphone is next to your mouth, that you watch out for your mouth in terms of your lips, because sometimes it can get abruptive in a way that it can get sore as well. So either way, understand that no matter what, I can always go and make sure that my lips don't touch the microphone. So what do? I realize that I touch the microphone this way. And then I put my nice beautiful mouthpiece like this, you understand? And when I do this, I realize that my lips are not touching my microphone. Because either way, you can see my lips. You can see my lips, although guess what? I realize my lips are dry, you understand? Because why? Because my lips were touching the microphone. And you don't touch the microphone with your lips. You make sure you touch your nice beautiful finger with your lips. So when you're speaking on the microphone, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. In a sense, so that's how I actually do that. In a sense, so realize that my microphone piece is really underneath my hands, you understand? So when I go and speak on a microphone now, whereas my lips are touching my finger in terms of life, and not the microphone piece, because the microphone is rough. And when the lips are really moving around the microphone area, or else you're really causing a disturbing aspect of life when you understand you're never learning. So understand to always learn, or to understand that what is happening right now is understand that the microphone is rough. So never go and grind your lip. Never grind your lips on the microphone case or the microphone head, but put your finger there and understand to talk where your finger is daily, and understand to put your finger where your mouth is. And then you understand how to speak on a microphone and how your lips will not hurt themselves. Understand? Because understand that you are the controller of your life. So make sure you never hurt your lips by grinding them on the microphone head, because the microphone head is rough. Understand? So put your finger there, and that way you solve the problem. You understand? You solve the microphone issue of never ever understanding something of what. You have to understand more than ever before, you understand? But either way, You have to understand to go and understand what I just said, and understand that it's really just make sure that your lip is never moving on the microphone head. You understand? Because that way you're gonna have no cuts on your microphone in terms of your lips. You understand? Your lips will never be cut in terms of the microphone head, because the microphone head is what? Realize it is rough. So when you're rough, you have to understand to grow every single day. So make sure you put your finger where your mouth is like this, and I make sure that my lips are never touching the microphone head. You understand? And that way my lips are never hurting me. You understand? So guess what? It's really that I never hurt my lips. You understand? So either way, I understand that when I live my life, I'm living to the fullest. I'm always making sure that what I have today is a nice, beautiful public speaking gig, because I deserve it. I deserve a nice, beautiful attitude. I deserve nice, beautiful fame every single day. You can follow me for the next 72 years, every single day. Alright, every single day. You got something to say?
This man right here is a fucking legend. This man right here is a legend. Look at that beard.
Thank you very much. Alright, it took me how long to grow
I don't know,
this?
how long did it take you?
Alright, it doesn't take me anything, but I invested 9 months to do it.
9.
Alright, I invested 9 months to grow this beard.
Mate, I'm going to try and grow a beard like yours.
Alright, if you never have a beard before, you have to grow one, because guess what? Alright, when you have a beard, you never go backwards.
Never? Alright, I'm going to give it a go.
You never shave off your beard once you have one. I promise you.
Alright.
Because otherwise you come back to a baby face. You get it? You have to be a man. You have to understand this guy over here. You have to understand that either way, you have to understand to be more of a man anyway. You understand? You have to understand either way, where are you guys from and what are you guys doing today?
We're from around, bar. We're from around, you know?
You're from around. I don't know anything except I. I just know my eye in life.
Yeah.
Do you understand what that is?
Yeah.
I mean, what is an eye?
What? Which one? Your third or your ninth?
I mean, I love you. I understand my eye. I understand my eye.
Yeah.
Or else there's a big difference. There's a big difference between myself and I.
Yeah.
Or else Jesus said, "Don't cut your eye out."
Yeah.
Or you have to use the I. I love you.
Okay.
Or else, what would you rather say? Would you rather say I entrepreneur or entrepreneur?
I don't know.
I mean, what's much more important, I entrepreneur or entrepreneur?
I don't know, bro. You're really confusing me, eh?
Or else, what's important is I entrepreneur, because don't cut your eye out.
Alright.
You have to say. I mean, try to say. I mean, either way, you have to understand that I is much more in love with I.
Yeah.
Because why?
That's you.
You have to grow. You have to grow public speaking. You have to start doing some public speaking today to understand why this is so important to improve your legacy today. You understand?
Yeah.
You have to do it straight away. You have to understand it's one step. It's one step, but although you have to read more and more to be able to do it every single day. You have to understand it's very important to increase your mindset and knowledge, because that's what Jesus Christ needs you to do. Because either way, Jesus Christ's Bible is full of information, and that never lies to you. Right, now, when you go and create a Jesus Bible of yourself and document your life like that, you understand why you'll never lie either.
Sure.
You understand? So go and do that every single day. I understand that you're very inspiring, because you're standing here with me, you're standing in front of people. How's it feel?
It feels very empowering.
Or is it's empowering because why?
I don't know. It just is.
Or else it's empowering because we're in front of people and we're getting some attention. And that's what we need for business every single day.
I'm not a big fan of attention, but I like putting in the work, you know?
Or else now when you put in the work, you always get some attention though.
Yeah.
Or else now when you put in the work, you'll be more proud in growth.
Okay.
You have to understand every single time, or every single day you're proud, more and more in growth, you understand why you have to stop never learning. You have to always continue to learn, because that way you're going to grow more proud. Because those people who are actually not learning are actually growing proud in a different way. And how is that?
Appreciate your wisdom.
Although, guess what? I thank you very much. Although there is two types of growth. Whereas one's dying and one's growing. And both have pride. Whereas although you have to have pride in growth and not proud in dying.
Okay.
And so you have to be proud growing only, and never you never be proud dying. Well, because Jesus is full of proud, or Jesus is full of proudness when he's growing. Because why?
Because he's wise and is he wise?
Do you want to be wise?
I don't know.
Or else you have to say, I can say yes. So you have to say, I say yes about that. I need to understand that you must be wise. You must be something greater. You must understand why I'm doing this. I need to do this so I can be wiser. I have to public speak in front of a crowd. I have to understand I have to electrify the crowd. And so I have to understand to be in front of a crowd and speak quick. You have to understand you have to speak quick. And to do that, you have to journal daily. You have to follow my Instagram. You have to follow my YouTube daily. You have to follow my YouTube daily, because I'll be here for the next 72 years teaching your kids something.
Oh,
Understand?
mate, brilliant.
So either way, you have to understand that we're here today to understand what?
How to
You have to understand I, and what else?
How to get wise.
I is everything. Understand? I is everything. I is where you grow. So realize I, you always come back to the I every single day, and I realize because you said that, you're really growing. You understand that you can just go take a photo and you can go and find me.
Alright, beautiful.
You know, I realize either way, you can always find me. I realize I don't touch anybody. I understand because I don't hurt anybody.
Yeah.
Okay? So either way, you can always come find me. You can always have a nice, beautiful interview with me.
Okay.
I thank you very much, bro. I realize either way, make sure that you have a nice, beautiful day, and either way, you're always welcome here. Understand? I thank you. I realize either way, you have to understand that, guys, you must grow. You must grow yourself daily. You must understand that privileges happen now. You understand what's a privilege today? Probably it's called I, baby. You understand I is everything. I understand when I say I daily, I understand I'm always growing, baby. You understand what a baby is? I'm a baby every single day. I understand how to grow. I understand what life is every single day. Because it's called freedom and courage to live my life to the fullest. Whereas when I live my life to the fullest, I understand what that is. I understand it's called love. I understand it's called empathy daily. I understand that's why I live my life to the fullest every single day, because I understand how to speak on a microphone every single day. I understand that's what it's all about. Because it's about the microphone privilege. I understand when you have a privilege to speak on a microphone, you will go and do it every single day. Because I understand that's what's important daily. I understand what's important is speaking on the microphone daily. Do you agree? Because when you understand how to speak on a microphone, you understand how to really live life. I understand that's how really you need to do it every single day. Whereas every single day, I understand that's why I'm so important. I understand I've got something to say, I've got something to be, I've got something to do every single day, because I understand how to really love my life. Whereas actually right now, I understand that no matter what, I love my life even more. Because why? Because I get more attention. I get some more attention today, and that's why I become greatness. You understand? Because that's all you need to do, man. I understand every single day you grow, you understand why I blow your mind out. You understand? Because I give you so much information every single day. I give you so much more courage and empathy and love every single day. Understand? So no matter what, you have to understand to be more free every single day, and that's why you get some more ideas. You understand? Because what's an idea today? Probably it's called love. Probably love is an idea. Probably what's another idea? Probably it's integrity. Probably what's another idea? Probably it's called what? Probably it's called personal development. Portia, what's another idea? Portia, it's called richness and abundance and topics about what? I mean, let's talk about something. I mean, let's talk about anything that's growing. You understand? I mean, let's talk about life itself. Because when you're talking about life, you understand why it's so important. You understand why you're going to actually grow yourself. You're going to grow yourself today. You understand you have to grow yourself into the best woman you can be and into the best man you can be. Because guess what? I need you to be the best you can be every single day. Because that's what grows. Actually, what grows is courage every single day. I understand that's what I live for. I live for more courage. I live for more empathy every single day. I understand that's why I understand how to grow. Otherwise, when I grow, I understand that's why I'm more privileged in a way that I'm more privileging others to grow. Because that's why I'm motivational daily. I'm motivating people daily and daily to understand a greater way of life. And that's why I understand motivational speaker, which is I. I'm always a motivational speaker. Why? I mean, why do you need motivation in life? I mean, why? I mean, that's why I do it. I do it daily. I do some motivational daily. I mean, every single day. I understand that's why I grow. I grow daily. I understand that's why I'm always doing something amazing. You understand? Because that's what a motivational speaker does. When you need some motivation, you come and look at me for 72 years. For the next 72 years, you understand why I'll motivate you daily. Because I love you. You understand? I'll give you some nice, beautiful knowledge. You understand? I teach you how to get here. You understand? I teach you some information. I teach you God in my information. Whereas my information does not lie. You understand? I realize it's either you're going the homeless route or you go to the public speaker route. Whereas which route are you going for? Whereas it's either homeless person or public speaking person. So either way, you have to understand that you must choose to go public speaker and understand that you're not a person, but a divine being. You understand? You're something divine. So realize that it's either you're going homelessness or public speaker. Or else it's either one or the other. Whereas either way, understand to go public speaking daily and understand that's why you're going to grow. Aren't you? You're going to grow today. Understand you have to read something today. You have to understand why YouTube is so important today. Gosh, it's so important. I never have lines anymore, bro. I understand either way. I understand that I used to do cocaine before, whereas it doesn't help me. Whereas what helps me is Jesus Christ every single day. I understand that's why I understand to love my life daily. I understand that's why I grow, baby. I grow daily. I understand what to do every single day. I've got something more to give. I understand that's why I electrify people. Why? I mean, why do I electrify? I mean, why? Because I'm interesting. I've got something to say daily. I've got something to do. I've got something more to be. I thank you very much. I mean, either way, I understand much more than yesterday. I understand that's why I grow. I mean, that's why I motivate. because I understand how to really go and do much greater. I never do the cocaine anymore. I never do cocaine anymore because it doesn't teach me anything. Whereas what teaches me? Whereas what teaches me is something that's really beautiful. Whereas what's beautiful is you when you choose to be. You have to understand, when you choose to be beautiful, you have to say, I'm beautiful. And you always have to say that. You have to say that and you have to mean it. And you have to say, I'm more beautiful, I'm more beautiful, I'm more beautiful. And that's how you become more beautiful. You have to understand that. You have to talk it. You have to understand how to be more daily. You have to understand that fruition is key into a successful life. And thank you. Whereas either way, understand that you must grow. You must grow your life daily to understand what success is daily. You have to understand every single day, I go on a nice beautiful video over here, I post it online into my YouTube account. You can watch it today. Whereas either way, I post a nice beautiful video on myself every single day, because why? I mean, why do I post videos on myself? Well, it's because I love myself. I love myself. I love myself every single day. Whereas either way, you must grow yourself. You must love yourself and your life. You must understand that's why I go and grow. I grow and grow daily into a nice beautiful person in a way that I'm a divine being, and I do it better and better than yesterday, because I understand what's important, sir. I understand it's called courage. I understand it's called confidence. I understand it's called lifting yourself right now, because I need you to lift yourself. I need you to understand I'm lifting myself here. I mean, you can do this too, but it's one step. I mean, it's one step. I mean, just get a microphone and a video camera and start doing it. Understand? Otherwise, it's just that simple. I mean, talk about your life. I mean, talk about your story. I mean, you got a story, you have a story. You can do it on a microphone. You understand? I realize it's that simple. Whereas now, either way, you make a YouTube channel, you make yourself a marketing promotion, and you start promoting your name. Whereas it's that simple. And then you do it over 72 years. Just talk about you. Whereas it's that simple. I mean, can you talk about yourself all day long? I can do it. Whereas that's why I'm here today, promoting my name, aren't I? I'm promoting my name today because I understand I can become great. I understand I believe in myself daily. Whereas that's why I do it daily. I understand that's why I have much more ability than yesterday. I understand that's why I go and communicate daily. I communicate daily because I have more information products, I have more ideas, I have more of a scenario here, which is what? I have you, I have everything in life. I have everything in my knowledge in my life. Or every single day, or else everybody's equal, or else everything is right now, clearly right now. I understand that's why I communicate. I never do drugs, but I understand what is important is no drugs today. Or else now, every single day I go and communicate, I understand to go and really communicate in a way that is no drugs, you understand? Or else now I never need no drugs in life, although I give you the information on how to really overcome everything in life. Understand? Or else every single day I do something very special, I give you information. You can come follow me on YouTube. For the next 72 years, I'll teach you and your kids. And your kids, I'll teach you guys how to really live. I promise you. I'll teach you something about life. I promise you, I'll teach you excellence. I'll teach you how to grow. I'll teach you how to public speak right now. I'll teach you how to really understand yourself and your life daily. Because what's important in life is making sure that you make up for it in a better way, and understanding that no matter what, that you're important daily. You have to understand that either way, that nothing is really happening otherwise. Understand that it's really growing, that you must do life. I'm always happening right now. I understand that every single day. I'm never scared to do anything. I'm never scared of my life because I understand that I have no ego. I need no ego every single day. I understand that what's important is growth daily. I understand that every single day I'm growing my skills daily. I understand that's why I'm so fast. I'm so fast to give you what I need. I'm so fast to give you my knowledge because I understand I'm worth it every single day. I'm much more worth it than before. I've always got something more to give. I've always got something more to love. You understand? What's that? I realize it's called I have to love I to understand who I am. So when I understand I give you so much more love every single day. That's why I understand love is privileges in yourself. To understand you must go and grow yourself daily. To understand what? You must understand Jesus Christ. You must understand the information of the Bible. You must understand everything under the blue sun of life. You must understand everything. You must understand. You want to do a rap? You can do a rap. You can come here. You can come do a rap. You can come do a rap. I've never heard a rap before, but guess what?
Here we go.
I've heard a rap before, but I just need to hear from you.
You want something motivational?
You go, whatever you want.
Motivational, here we go. Bang. Here we go.
I say yeah.
Life's a road that you follow till it's closed off. Pick a turn, make a break before the road's blocked. Many follow, they don't really pick their own path. Me, I'm different, see, they welcome me with closed arms. I just shrug them off, tell them they can have it back. it changes everything. Let me tell you tragic facts, mates treat you different. Swear to God they think you're changing in your brain. You stay the same and now you can't put up with fame. Once that paranoia settles in, you barely go in public just to leave your fucking suburb. Need to rally up an army, I mean. Hold my head high, now I got them red eyes. State to state, forget about a decent sleep or bedtime. I'm on my girl's nerves, always on the fucking move. She thinks I've changed, I tell her, girl, you gotta trust me too. Otherwise, right in front of her eyes, you're gonna watch me fall apart. Of people judging my life, well fuck.
I love it, bro. I realize every single day I need you to go on a microphone and I need you to come and sing that every single day.
Ready, here we go, here we go. They said I went soft, who you fucking kidding? Pump me block to block, they got their wheels spinning. Low ride, straight bump when I go past. So high, blaze up in the known club. Invest, I've got a big plan. I'll bring the future up, resting on my wingspan. I'll give you details, maybe on a later date. In 5 years I'm signing rappers up to ABK. I know the secret, I'm a cocky prick. I dropped my second album, fucking no forgot me rich. I'll make you known, I'll make you a star. But in the meantime this is mine, watch me aim for the stars. I'll be paid until the day that I die. Quality with quantity, so I'm making it mine. I've got so much power, style so sour. Take my jewelry off before a shower, take it out by some kind of paranoid. So the boys that I roll with will carry on with beef and feed you up the fucking whole dish. I'm only ever hated when it's on the internet. I see them up in person and they shake my hand and give respect. That's the way of the game. Some would say it was lame. I don't blame them, not me. I was created to be the fucking greatest. I mean, if they wait for a year, but they probably won't do that. Execution introduced to any hate a true fact, yo. That means you're actually dead. Kinda scary knowing I could put a stack on your head, bitch. And you can hate me for that no matter what, mother. Gotta rate me for rap, no taking it back. Brian, make me a stack. I ain't saying you whack, try and hate me for that. But still I roll through, yeah I'm so smooth. In the end I thought I told these cunts I don't lose. Slow it down for a dumb fuck simple. Cheeky smile and the sluts love dimples. You know my name if it hasn't been saved. It's kinda easy, mother. Read the tat on my face. I'm so confident, rapping on top of her. My CD, you're copping there. You see me, you're stopping there. You take a big breath, you're overwhelmed now. Rapping is a jail and you're sitting in my cell now. Life on the line when I'm writing a rhyme. While I'm shining so bright and my timing is nice. This is what I do, nah it's not for you. I'll leave you toe tagged if we battle wanna lose. Silly question, wasn't it? You name your top 5, I'm mad cause I'm not in there. That's a joke, think I really fucking care, bro. I'm sitting at the top, you know it's true, but you're not getting yeah, huh? I fucking know I'm too fresh. I stay above your head like you're frozen in a suplex. So take a flick, witness the sickness. I met the bitch once and she's given up her digits low. And I'll leave it at that. I could hit the fucking charts if I breathe on a track, huh?
I love it, bro. I realize every single day, I realize that's so motivational, but guess what? I need you to always do it. I need you to understand every single day I need you to do that on a video camera every single day because that's very inspirational. I realize every single day, I realize no matter what, I realize that either way, just make sure you're very much more abbreviated. I realize either way, I love you either way. I realize I never have to touch you anymore. I realize either way, I understand, I love you. I say yes, I thank you very much. I realize either way, I understand no matter what. Just make sure you understand social distancing, which is don't touch other people ever. You have to understand either way, that's very inspirational, but guess what? It's inspirational. You have to understand to come on the microphone every single day and come and do something more and more and more clearly daily, because what's important is what? Or it's called ideas. You have to understand ideas is giving something what? You have to understand it's giving something what? You have to understand it's giving growth. You have to understand you have to give some growth today. You have to understand it's very important to do so daily. And to give some growth daily is to make more what? You make more inspirational people today by ideas. You give them some ideas today. You understand why it can be more. You have to be more daily. You have to understand you have to go more. You have to understand every single day you have to love more and be cherished more in the way that you're cherishing yourself. to the fullest. You understand? So when you're understanding every single day, ideas are different. I mean, you have to understand ideas are always making sure you're making a difference. You're making sure every single day you've got something new to give, because what you're giving something new today is your face. I mean, every single day your face is changing. You understand? So make sure you promote your face more. I mean, when you're promoting your face more, you have to understand that's how you can become more greatness today. I mean, each and every single day people see your face more, you become more greatness, I promise you. Every single day, I promise you, every single day, I understand that's why I understand freedom. I understand freedom because I choose to go and give my nice, beautiful soul daily, because I understand why I'm so free, I understand why I'm so privileged today, I understand why I have more than ever before. I understand when I say that, I love my life. I love my life because I have freedom. I have something good to give. I have something more to give. I understand that's why I have my life now. I understand that's why I'm alive. I understand that's why I'm living now. I understand that's why I enjoy my life singularly right now. I enjoy my life singularly right now. To understand that's why I'm single, in a way to understand I'm growing my single individuality. I realize I'm an individual who has an individuality of what? I understand I'm consciousness. I'm something much more than I am. I understand every single day I grow myself to the fullest I can, because I understand I have to see. I understand I give some more effort to see every single day. I understand that's why I'm never blind. Why? Why am I never blind? Because I understand, because I grow myself every single day. I'm much more privileged to understand why I have a great attitude today. I understand when I do that every single day, I public speak. I make sure to look at myself in the mirror. I understand to use my mindset daily and to give my ideas daily, because I deserve ideas, and you do too. You deserve every single day to do the best you can every single day, to live your life to the best of your ability every single day, because you understand what's important. Whereas what's important is growth today, and understand ideas daily. Because your ideas daily means that no matter what you do today, it's called freedom. I realize now, every single day, I understand that no matter what happens, I realize that's called leadership. I realize anything that's leadership today is called a gift. So when you gift yourself the pleasure of a life that's really worth it, I realize that's why you have to understand, that's why I grow. I will grow in a way that I live my life to the fullest. I understand no matter what, that I always watch out for what's happening around me, but guess what? I understand that no matter what, you better be careful all the time, that you understand that you must grow anyway. You understand? Or as either way, understand that life is worth living. Or as life is not, or as life is now, I understand that's why I grow daily, because I'm never afraid of anything. I never have to be afraid. You understand? I never have to be afraid of anything, because then if you're afraid, I promise you life is not worth living if you're afraid. So what do? You grow. You make sure you stand up in front of everything in life, and make sure you have no fears in life, because fear is never worth living. You understand that what's worth living is overcoming your fears, and that way you understand why you're actually much more than what you are. You understand that's why you go and do more daily. You understand? Because that's how you're going to be much more privileged, in a way that you're going to be privileging others to give more, and that way you're going to be much more of a motivational content. You understand? Because your life is a content, and content is king and queen every single day. So the more you give, or the more you're going to be much more blessing, in terms of you're going to be much more of a blessing in your life when you're giving more, because that's how you actually live a better life. You live a better life through what? I realize through more consciousness, you can only actually understand there's more information you need daily, and that's what I give you every single day in my Instagram and social media, which is my YouTube also. You have to understand you can find me at Danny Milivojevic, or that guess what? I realize every single day I'm much more conscious of who I am, because why? I'm a leader. You understand? I'm a leader. I have to be conscious daily. I have to understand that every single day I have to give you why. I have to give you reasons upon what I do. And what I do is my why. Whereas my why is I. I must understand why I love my life. I must understand that when I love my life, I'm much more conscious than before. And that means I'm a better version than yesterday. I'm always learning something very simple. And what is that? Well, it's called information. Whereas every single day I'm learning information. I'm learning to talk on the microphone daily. I'm learning to really make sure that whatever's happening around me is happening for a reason. And what kind of reason is that? Well, it's making sure that no matter what, you grow daily, because that's why we're here today. Because we're here to grow. Otherwise, we're dying. So guess what? I realize when you're around me, you're never dying, because I'm always reading something more. I'm always giving you something more. I'm always speaking in a better way than yesterday. I'm always making sure that I have more communication skills than everybody around me. Understand? Because why? Because I public speak. I understand because I understand to do much better than yesterday. I understand because I public speak in a way that is always much more brilliant than yesterday. I'm always talking differently. I'm always talking and pronunciating myself in a different way, because I understand what's important. I understand it's called what? I understand it's called more awareness. I understand it's making sure that I realize it's understand making sure that you understand that I make sure of my life to do the best I can so that I can be making sure of a greater life. Understand? Whereas either way, understand that when you stop communicating daily, you understand that is why you die. Understand? So never stop communicating and never be antisocial club. I never need you in the antisocial club. I need you to understand to go and speak more and more clearly daily because you deserve it. You deserve something much more. And what is that? Well, it's called more growth. You understand? More growth is more privileges, and more privileges is more skills. So the more you can actually connect the words together, because the better you are, and the more you actually move on to something greater. And what's greater today? I realize it's called you. You understand? You have to be greater today. You have to find something in you today that's really going to help you to inspire yourself daily. Because guess what? I've got over 600 hours of video content on my YouTube right now and my Instagram. You can go check it out. Or else I'll inspire you with my information. Or else my information is for free. I understand that no matter what, I'm always growing because I deserve to grow, you understand? So when I grow, I never lose. I never lose my life because I'm always giving my life, you understand? I'm giving something for nothing. I'm giving my pleasure, I'm giving who I am every single day because I understand what courage is, I understand what leadership is daily. I understand that's why I grow to the fullest every single day. I understand that's why I understand no matter what that I can let it be today. I understand that no matter what I still got some singing to do today. Whereas now when I do anything that's really singing, I understand to make sure I practice in a way that I've never practiced before, or that I make sure I'm always practicing my singing. I make sure I'm always practicing my singing in a way that I never sang before. I sing in a different way. I sing in front of a crowd because that's how I practice. You understand? I practice in front of a crowd all the time. I practice everything. Or to understand that every single day you're always making sure that you're better and you're always achieving more ideas because ideas will always make you much what? What ideas are going to make you in terms of much more what? Well, it's going to make you much more in everything you do. You understand? It's going to make you much more of an accountable individual in your life to understand why you can be free every single day to live your life to the fullest. And that's what ideas do every single day, and understand that no matter what, that information is something that's really going to help you to acknowledge everything in your life and to respect yourself, to understand how you can actually live your life to the fullest, because that's how you actually live life to the fullest, by living in the moment and understanding that life is worth simplicity, in terms of simplicity of life is worth now, to understand that you're worth it today when you understand how to be more courageous.